Hello and welcome to a very spooky edition of GitGud EU. I am K-Wing and I am here with Rudy TG. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between, to a very exciting match. We have Too Easy Ethereal versus Nightshade. I'm pretty excited to see these two teams face off. Of course, we are in playoffs of season 8, so these teams are doing some more, are going to be fighting really hard for the chance to win this division, and I'm really excited to see it. So, Rudy, what are you expecting from this?
This is going to be an intense game for sure because this is actually going to be a lower bracket game as well. So both of these teams uh, are in trouble. They are almost going to be eliminated if they end up losing this game. So I expect to see both of these teams pulling out all the stops to make sure that they can continue playing into next week as well. Thank you all so much for joining us on this second day of broadcast. Also, we're in the expert division. So we're going to be seeing a lot of talented players in the 4K range, giving it their all, which is always something that's nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like our first map is going to be Lijiang Tower. Now, I love Lijiang Tower because it's a fairly diverse map. I think you can see a lot of different strategies and compositions come out, and it's where these teams sort of set the tone for the entirety of the map of the game going forward as to what strategies they're going to play, what they favor, and really what they're going to be going for. What do you think?
Yeah, the first map, especially if it's a control, is always kind of the most chaotic one because it's teams that are probably getting into the groove, maybe, right after they warm up or practice or whatever. It's their first map, so they're playing playing obviously their comfort picks, but also playing some comfort picks or some compositions that they might not play on other maps because it's controlled, and so sometimes you got to pull out the wacky compositions, and especially on Lijiang Tower where there's such a wide diversity of just like different compositions that you can play in all the different parts of the map. We're going to be seeing a bit of chaos in the beginning for sure, and then it'll settle down more as we get further into the series. But yeah, definitely a chance for these teams to make a statement, get that first win on the map, and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It also means winning the first map means that on a hypothetical final map situation, on a potential map 5 situation, you have that map picked. No matter what happens, if we go to a map 5, that is going to be your choice of map, I believe. Uh, Maybe wrong. I'm kind of tired, but still, the important thing is that no, that's not true. I'm tired today. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We all have
It's
those days.
Halloween.
It's the spooky season. I get it. You're tired from being too spooked all the time.
Absolutely. And I mean, Lijiang Tower, I'm excited to see what. There's a lot of like Symmetra teleport strategies that you can see here. Like teleporting directly to point is always popular on two of the three rounds. And then just a very powerful way to start off is just kind of bunkering down on the point with sort of like even like an Orisa Sigma comp or a Ryan Zarya comp. There's a lot we can do, and it looks like we're going to be at Control Center.
Yeah, Control Center, definitely a very powerful Symmetra map for sure. You also see a lot of Reaper, Junkrat, obviously. Most teams tend to play around the landmark competition, but
Ready for battle.
you can put uh, you know, some different deviances out into the universe, and then here we see Too Easy Ethereal probably might be starting off on a Wrecking Ball composition, which is always fun to see, especially on this Control Center map where it's a bit more limited. So teams are going to be who are running the Wrecking Ball composition it's going to be running to run
Four,
on
three,
this part of the
two,
map than it is on the
one.
other ones. But it looks like Nightshade is going to be coming out with just standard rush with Symmetra.
Yeah, absolutely. Here it comes. There's an interesting choice for 2EZ Ethereal on the Pharah, which is definitely not something you would see here with this often very low ceilings, and you're kind of just going to be stuck out there. We see DePolo on the Cassidy, on the freshly named Cowboy, on this new Cassidy hero. The Pharmacy has moved in. Screen is taking a lot of really interesting positions here. Diva is trying to counter this, but really good, really safe playing here. Just raining down some destruction. Already 63% to ult. Both these teams just waiting for a move in. The Mercy almost goes down, but Screen is able to get the Diva away. That's a huge anti-nade from Lumfon. Catches 4. A little bit more, and 2EZ Ethereal will have the will be able to take the point, but Onteblo will fall. Still the point almost taken.
Barrage
They're
almost
going
ready.
over to Nightshade. The barrage is almost ready, but will there be an opportunity to use it? Unless Screen thinks they can get some big plays, I think this play is going to go. This point is eventually going to go to Nightshade.
Yeah, that was really interesting. Nightshade was definitely on the back burner there for most of that fight. I mean, they were just kind of bunkering down in that little main area right there. 2EZ wasn't really able to commit onto them, weren't able to get them low. There was a good anti there, but no capital, no follow-up on that opportunity. And now we got an anti-Oblo going down to start off this team fight.
Yeah, multiple ults being used there. Lucio uses the beat just to try and keep the team alive. That's a big stun onto the res, and Nightshade just keeping this point to themselves.
Yeah, DePolo's putting in some work on this Cassidy hero. Definitely it's their main job to kind of keep the Pharmacy in check, and also the Tracer as well. Definitely making sure Anti-Oblo isn't able to commit in with the pulse bomb on that round. But you have a couple more ultimates coming in for 2EZ Ethereal. This mine is going to be very important. If they can land a good mine, it's going to put out a lot of pressure from Nightshade.
The pulse bomb
nice
catches
stick
the
on
Lucio, and Onteblo now finds DePolo as well, and this is going to be Onteblo raining havoc into the entirety of Nightshade. Going to end up with a quad kill, I believe, as the point flips to 2EZ Ethereal.
Yeah, 2K to start off that fight definitely is definitely see why the Tracer pick is so strong in this current meta. But they go down. Faith actually manages to catch them, so I mean, Anti-Alpha will be able to get back soon. Chihuahua. Ooh, not a good pick to start off.
Absolutely, you cannot lose that Baptiste. I guess you can if you just get the Devo bomb that'll take down the entire support line. Fine, we'll find Faith with the Diva bomb, but when you don't have any sustain, even just a Lucio heals are gonna be something. Shatter from Serum Scab does find J Scarp on the floor. Milky Way getting the boop. Will it be enough to take down the Diva? It'll at least get her to burn the boosters for a little bit and just try and take the high ground. But Scrane comes in with a rocket to shut that down, and Boy still taking up for Nightshade. There goes Faith using the pulse bomb, going to whiff on the Ana. Screen goes down without their mercy to heal them, and now it might just be a retreat for 2EZ Ethereal, but is there going to be enough time for them to get a recontest here? It's 90% ticking.
Yeah, DePolo putting the team on their back as well. Chihuahua went down again in the middle of that team fight, but it just didn't matter. Surums stayed alive throughout that entire round, and you know they will be killed off at the end here, but it doesn't matter. Nightshade doing a very good job of just keeping calm under the pressure of just facing a bunch of these different flank angles, keeping the Pharmacy in check and Auntie on that Tracer as well, and they take round one pretty comfortably as well. But now we're going to be moving on to the other portions of the map that definitely lean more towards the Wrecking Ball style, or at the very least, Rush is harder to run on these map on these parts.
Absolutely. We do see a little bit of difference here in the support line and the DPS. We see the Symmetra Zen Lucio support line for Nightshade. No, they're going to be switching to the Brig.
Zenyatta. Yeah,
Brig
Brig
Zen
Zenyatta.
there. Which is interesting, just speed boosting out at point. The TPs. No one actually people TPing away from point, but Screen, again, on this fire, going to really be destructive. Oh, did that?
Okay.
I thought the ball got knocked off.
I thought they had
Jeez,
gotten booped off too. They must have had their grapple or something.
Absolutely, and now it is kind of up to Willies right now to just take care of Screen on the far edge. Did show that they were a force to be reckoned with, but now J-Scarp really going to go down early, and that's going to be a lot of your staying power gone for Too Easy. Ethereal and Nightshade is going to take this point first. Still engaging in this fight. J-Scarp still raining down destruction from above, but Benji goes down. So does Limphon. Faith is just absolutely demolishing the members of Too Easy Ethereal. Oh!
Oh, of course, just to put a little bit of sauce on that kill as well. Yeah, I mean, Limphon was bullied for most of that round, getting bullied by both the Tracer and the Wrecking Ball. Eventually goes down, not enough support from the Mercy, while Chihuahua has all the protection in the world from their Brig. They got the Transcendence ready to go for whatever Too Easy Ethereal has to throw at them. Might be able to, you know, counter this barrage a tiny bit, or a pulse bomb, whichever needed, but the barrage goes out. Milky Way is the one that goes down.
Oh, the EMP goes out, but Screen gets the kill already. The barrage was good, but it just wasn't enough. And so Screen is going to rain down destruction by manually. The D-Bomb comes out. Screen is able to evade it. Limphon not so lucky, but on Tableau, there to pick up the slack. And the DPS for Too Easy Ethereal will put the team on their back and have the point off of it. Well, I say that there is the stall from Nightshade using just a little bit more. Eventually, J-Scarp going to go down thanks to Milky Way, but it might not be enough. The cap is coming back immediately from Nightshade. 6%. Too Easy Ethereal only had a little bit, and somehow they're getting repelled.
Diablo just keeps continually, I think, losing the Tracer battle to Faith is really hurting their team in terms of just being able to even contest the point at times. I mean, only 6%, and now, double boost from Zarum. That's just massive, and that's almost, I'm going to say, almost maybe going to secure them the round here if Auntie or anybody else has been able to, you know, pull some magic out of the thin air, but once again, going down.
Yeah, J-Scarp is going to try and get something going, but a hacked Wrecking Ball isn't really going to do much in the way of stalling, and Nightshade showed dominance, as already showing some dominance in our first map.
Yeah, felt very comfortable running the rush against the Wrecking Ball, as well as the Wrecking Ball mirror with obviously the Tracer Sombra. Sombra not doing too much work personally. The EMPs were there, but it was really gonna be Faith putting on most of the pressure. Oh my god, my costume is on. Hold on. There we go. Didn't expect that. There we go. Costume is ready. I see you got a little costume of your own too. What is that? A pumpkin?
It's a pumpkin.
Little nice, cute little pumpkin. My pumpkin's better. It has a face. There we go.
I got two.
But yeah, I mean, that was pretty comfortable on Nightshade's part, and we actually have a stat card ready to show a little bit of the comparison between Faith and Dapolo. I would say that Faith was getting, well, actually, Faith and Dapolo both on Lijiang Tower, putting in the work for their team.
Yeah, I mean, Faith really playing aggressively there, you know, 4 deaths, of course, compared to Dapolo's 2, but I mean, with 12 eliminations and 6 of them being final blows with 7.1k damage in per 10, pretty impressive. You see a lot of
Dapolo
very
was on the
different strategies.
Yeah, Dipolo was on the Sombra role while Faith stuck to the
Okay.
Tracer, and it really, obviously, Faith was making moves there by putting Auntie on the back burner for most of the time. While we get our next map, it is going to be actually the next map is going to be Numbani,
Mhm.
so a bit more. Uh, a little harder to run the Wrecking Ball on Numbani, I would say, but
Yeah.
still definitely possible if Nightshade continue or if Nightshade continue to want to put it out there.
Yeah, absolutely. The Wrecking Ball composition on Numbani definitely is a it's definitely a bit of a crazy pick, I'd say. I think in terms of like your hybrid maps, you rarely ever see Numbani. I think like with Kings Row and Blizzard World being the other two maps in your hybrid pool, it's really uncommon to see Numbani come out like this. And so definitely going to be a test of who really has this down pat better.
I think in playoffs all of the maps are available if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, playoffs all maps are available, which is yeah, I mean to your point it's even more interesting that they would even uh, continue to stick with Numbani. But I guess if you've been practicing with this map pool for most of the season, for all of the for these last couple of weeks, you've been practicing on Numbani, maybe you feel more comfortable on this map in comparison to others. I mean, we don't know what's going on in the comms of Too Easy Ethereal, but it's their pick, so I'm gonna just support it until they lose, and then I'll question it. That's basically what I'll do. But Nightshade is going to be starting off on defense here, actually. Going to come out with the Wrecking Ball. Dipolo on the legs, so we'll be giving a little bit of that long-range hit scan, but it's more consistent than just if they were running a Ashe or a Widowmaker instead. And then Faith on the Echo, which is kind of a unpopular pick in terms of just like meta picks right now, but you can still make it work. Well, Easy, they might be coming out with the double bubble here.
5, 4.
Yeah,
But yeah,
absolutely.
it looks like they'll stick on this composition.
Attackers incoming.
Yeah, the double bubble composition is definitely a it's an interesting composition, and I think we saw it seems like this very traditional dive DPS line is already a little bit of ticks going through on the point. Not as much pressure as you want, maybe a little bit of Antiablo. Antiablo actually going to get taken down really low as Faith is just putting out all the pressure. Here comes the dive. Faith going to take down Jace Card.
J Caesar
And-
P.
J Caesar P. And oh, that's how you say it. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know
Um,
why they spelled it that way. On the goop when they were in the naming corner there, or something like that. But yeah, I mean, J Caesar P going down really fast, thanks to the E ability from the Echo there. But will get put into the fight relatively quickly. But once again going down.
Faith is just getting all these final blows here, taking down J Caesar P and Scrape with pretty much the same ruthless efficiency, putting a stop to the Tracer as well. Faith is just wearing all the hats here, so much so that Screen is switching over to the Echo. We did see their proficiency with the Pharah, but definitely a bit of a different sort of strategy, and we'll have to see if Screen can put a stop to Faith's reign of terror so far. Hits him with the sticky bombs, and well, there you go. The Nano comes in onto J Caesar P, pushed away by the Wrecking Ball, but right now, there's so much pressure that, and you don't have that damage of Faith and not a lot of ult, that is there even going to be any sort of pressure? Just barely the D.Va comes in. Here comes the Transcendence from Chihuahua. The stun comes in onto Milky Way. The Polo has the tactical advice they're going to try and put some pressure onto anyone that they can find. Screen will fall, but JCP is going to be just absolutely going wild in the background, in the back line. Oh, bye, Faith.
Yeah, J Caesar P got tired of getting bullied there. He had you know, obviously it's hard when you have both the Discord orb and the focusing beam from Faith just constantly hounding you down. But thankfully, Scryne able to pick up that first blow onto Faith did open up that fight relatively easily for 2EZ Ethereal, and they will have a relatively strong time bank going into second point here. The best thing there is that you actually managed to get Chihuahua's Transcendence out of that entire fight, so now once again you have a good dive target for your Winston to try to jump in on.
The Zarya duplication comes out early. It doesn't look like they're charging up the ult pretty fast. There goes the Graviton. Will it be enough to get the damage in? Gets both the supports. Going to lose the duplication before they can get any picks, and in fact, Vine comes in and wipes the floor with Super Scott and Faith, but then gets their grab eaten, and there's 2 picks for Nightshade on the retreat. Though they won't have the numbers to keep it going.
I think Nightshade's doing the correct thing here by, you know, trying to be the first ones to initiate. They got no real easy targets except for the Ana, though. They're trying to count out Scryne whenever they can, but thankfully they're just too proficient on that hero to be caught out. Nano available for a Limp Ban will definitely be able to go into the backline. Chihuahua's just so close to a Transcendence. I wonder if they're going to be able to get it. If Suri goes down, that's your main contestant for the points.
Yeah, exactly. You have Super Scott going down. The Transcendence comes out from Chihuahua, down 1 actually. Then Anti goes onto Milky Way. They do get the pick onto the Brig, and that might be it. Scryne still determined to keep this going. Going to use the Diva Bomb on the point. Gonna take down Suri Scott again. And 2EZ Ethereal are rolling through.
Alright, nice to see some life from 2EZ Ethereal playing this double bubble composition. Nightshade definitely need to think about making changes, but I think they're committed. These ultimates coming up for them are just too powerful with both the mines and the Diva Bomb. I mean, you just got to try to stick with it. Apollo on this soldier, I don't know if they've been even able to get much value out of it. I think the support has been too strong and the sustainability has been too strong. But let's go ahead and just throw everything in the kitchen table at this next team fight, and we'll catch one member.
One member comes out of 3 ults. That was a very good play there by 2EZ Ethereal to just completely kite that back, and now you just have all the ults you could want and more. Here comes the Nano onto JCZP, gonna get the pick onto Milky Way. Limpon will go down, but at this point you have these 2 picks. You have both supports of Nightshade, and you're just able to, after a quick disengage, completely roll through. And that's exactly what they're doing. Cerami Scott going to go down, and you still have the grab post-bomb combo for the recon.
Still got grab. That's huge for them, actually. I mean, how are you even going to be able to counter this? They actually pulse bomb inside the room to take out the support first. That's huge.
No way!
No sustainability.
Now it's just the stall for Nightshade. Just have to deal with the stragglers, deal with the wrecking ball, and once they're stunned off their grapple, that's just it. 2 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock for 2EZ Ethereal. This is a new team.
Yeah, that's what I always say about the first map. It's always kind of crazy how quickly you know, this series can turn. The first map, you gotta get your first map jitters out of the way. Maybe you know, play out a bit of that stress, or play out a bit and just get more comfortable in sort of the comp environments. And yeah, 2EZ Ethereal showing how it's done with that double bubble. But I also think Nightshade didn't really make any adjustments. They didn't really try to switch really any of their players around onto different heroes. And you know, theoretically, the Wrecking Ball composition works pretty well against Winston compositions, because you can bully the Winston, but when you're not putting enough pressure on them, most of the time when they're getting an adequate amount of support, then yeah, the double bubble can easily just run you over because you have superior healing and just sustainability.
Yeah,
So now,
absolutely. Nightshade going some interesting compositions. Tell us about these compositions and what they're trying to do here.
Nightshade, I mean, they're still sticking on the Wrecking Ball, but I guess Apollo is going to be switching over to the Hanzo here, probably for more tank busting capabilities. Wasn't really able to do much last round on that soldier, so I definitely agree with the Hanzo pick here. It's just going to be harder for them to, because now they're not going to be able to depend on their self-heal if they were still playing the legs. Too easy, not playing double bubble anymore, going to be switching over to a Diva as well, so maybe they were anticipating a bit more spam or a Pharah coming out as well, but it'll still do well. It's just going to be very vulnerable actually against this Sombra, that fate that's happening right here.
Absolutely. Oh, gee, Susan P gets knocked into that side room and absolutely melted down. Cut off from their support. Suriam Scott as well going to go down as well. And you just really are struggling here with these. Oh, there's the hack onto Benji, and Nightshade really pushing in onto the Brig. Benji goes down, and incredible plays now as just the space being taken. Here comes the Tracer diving in on Chihuahua, but no pressure nothing going to happen there as this flank is going to get detected out immediately. Is Chihuahua going to be able to take out the Echo? It looks like no, but the point's still going to flip over to the still flipping over to Nightshade now. The Pulse Bomb comes in onto Milky Way, but there's nothing else they can do for 2EZ. The point is gone to Nightshade.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate for 2EZ Ethereal. They definitely committed everything to try to win that fight, but I mean, they were just a second too late. The point actually managed to flip over, and Nightshade now has tons of spawn advantage and also plenty of ultimates, so I think 2EZ Ethereal just have to back up here, and that's exactly what they do. And they don't really have that much to work with besides the copy and the Winston ultimate as well, the primal, which is actually going to be popping immediately. But I mean, you got EMP'd and discorded. What are you going to do there?
Yeah, absolutely. You get EMP'd, you get discorded, and then you just get completely melted. The EMP from Scream comes out, and it gets 5, but there's just not much else you can do there.
That was weird too. They actually tried to engage from the behind the spawn, which means that the cart was being escorted the entire time. They weren't really contesting as well. So strange decision coming out from from 2EZ Ethereal here. And now Nightshade just has a very comfortable time bank as well.
What?
And Screen gets caught out from the Diva Bomb as well. That's unlucky.
That just might shut down any possibility that 2EZ Ethereal have of coming in and contesting here, and Nightshade, with both their damage characters, are going to be able to just keep pushing through. They have 3.5 minutes, and it might be up to almost 5 by the time all is said and done. DePolo does pop the tactical visor, and 5 minutes almost on the clock for Nightshade. 2EZ Ethereal have to be sweating now. They have almost no ultimates. They have the Pulse Bomb, and Nightshade, they have the 2 most influential ultimates in the game. They have the EMP, they have the Transcendence.
Yeah, and if they had kept their ultimates during that last couple of fights and hadn't invested in them in losing fights, they might have been able to counter them, but I think it's just going to be really difficult for them now. Both of these ultimates come out right now. Actually doesn't really find anybody, but JCP goes down anyways. And now once again, I mean, what do you have to work with here? You will have the, I mean, you gotta hope that this Pulse Bomb catches something. Actually it does!
It does!
DePolo.
DePolo goes down. Will it be enough for 2EZ Ethereal? They have to go in. The Brig is antied, and they have their sights set on the target. The copy from Spring goes in onto the Diva, going to find Chihuahua, and going to just absolutely run over the rest of Nightshade. Will they get the Diva Bomb off? It looks like they will. Just gonna throw it in there. Not gonna find anything, but the damage is done.
Yeah, they've managed to delay the inevitable, I feel, but you got more ultimates coming from Nightshade that they could easily make work. I mean, Mines in itself is sort of a game-winning ultimate, or a team fight winning ultimate, definitely against this dive composition as well, and they're gonna go ahead and just lay it down straight on point. Oh, and it catches JCP. That's exactly what you want.
Here comes the rally as well Willie SO7 also has the oh goodbye Screen. Willie SO7 also has the bomb, the Diva bomb, really good for this stall, and it's just gonna be a matter of are you going to be able to delay this if you're too easy ethereal, and it looks like you're not, because all the kills coming in right now, and no one's going to be able to contest 234, 34 seconds ahead of Too Easy Ethereal. These teams are absolutely in a slugfest.
And that's kind of what I expected going into an elimination match. I mean, neither of these teams wants to go home just yet. They want to continue playing Overwatch, and you definitely see that coming out from both teams after a great first push by Too Easy Ethereal Nightshade, showing why they comfortably won that first map by just, putting Easy Ethereal on the back burner most of the time. I just think that was a blunder, a series of blunders and mistakes from Too Easy Ethereal that led to them just slowly but surely getting staggered out through the course of, second and third points. But now they will have another chance on offense as well to make another run through the gauntlet, and looks like they're going to be sticking with the double bubble. But Nightshade's probably going to be expecting it at this point. They're going to be continuing to stick onto the Zenyatta, which has gotten a lot of value for them, honestly. Has been able to catch JCP out at multiple times. He's been, just kind of hounded down by the Discord orb. So it's up to Chihuahua to continue to put pressure on that Winston and hope that they're just not able to get much value. Strain going to be on the Genji here again. Didn't work out for them the first time, but I guess they're willing to try it again.
Yeah, you know what they say, if at first you don't succeed, try again, and Scrain is going to be trying again. Here comes the dive with JCCP coming in, trying to get that damage and build up the ult. Already the Echo Sticky Bomb is going to really
Willie is
that
so
HP.
low.
Willie is so low. Will they get demeched is the question there. DePolo goes down. Scrain gonna find the other DPS, and now is just an all-out chase from Too Easy. As the point gets capped, that's one tick. And remember, in extra rounds, it is pretty much just Too Easy right now, setting the bar. Chihuahua gets 2. Will this be enough? That was huge!
Oh.
Benji, that was huge from the Brig. That was absolutely massive. That's whip shot stagger onto Sherry Scott. Absolutely saved that point. There is a chance, however small, that if that ball got onto the point and was able to stall out, that Too Easy would not have been able to win this point. That's whip shot might have just won Too Easy Ethereal the round.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely what had a chance there. Faith actually moving on to the Sombra, going to be trying to contest this backline as well, but when you got the Tracer Genji, it's going to be a lot harder, and Serum just gets he just gets melted. JCP goes down here. We got Nanoblade potential up.
Bomb. Will they be able to use it? They've already got those picks. That's just it.
Is Nightshade even going to be able to... No, they're not going to be able to. They didn't even need to use any ultimates right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just kind of ran that through, just blind.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at the ult that they have now. You have the grab. You have the... Oh, the grab is gone! You have the Nano Blade, but Strain gets hacked, can't even use the blade. Going to pop it, but will it be enough? The Primal Rage comes out from Jason's repeat. What will it do for them? None of them going to get any picks off of it. DePolo uses the Tactical Visor, trying to get something going. Here comes the Diva Bomb. That's going to be a really tough thing to avoid and stay on the point. Willie S going to actually get the remake kill onto Vine. Faith takes down JCCP, and it looks like Nightshade finally puts a stop to the members of Too Easy Ethereal, and they'll do it right after second point. But that was a really, really good push from Nightshade and from Too Easy Ethereal, pardon me, and Nightshade are gonna have to match it.
Yeah, a bit of a couple of panic ultimates actually coming out from the side of Too Easy Ethereal. I mean, Scrain's Genji Blade and JCP's Primal doesn't catch any value because it's used in conjunction with the Transcendence from the enemy's side. And so they're kind of just left out in the dirt, and then when DePolo pops that visor, they got nothing to counter it. So definitely Nightshade responding appropriately with ultimates to end that round right there. But they got 2 ticks. You cannot, or not 2 ticks, I should say, 2 points from that attack, from just a great, first push onto point number 1, where they catch out Willie, who's kind of, caught without heals because the rest of the team is retreating. So now 2EZ Ether definitely have a chance to secure their first map win and stay alive in this series. Well, Nightshade, once again, I'm going to be switching onto their Wrecking Ball. DePolo once again on the Hanzo to try to put pressure on the Winston as they try to dive into them because they're just so low. I think it's really going to be up to Fate here to try to get some good hacks onto these targets. Wow. Whether it's like the Winston or it's the Brig like they were doing in that first round, they need to find something.
Absolutely, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for those dives like you're talking about. Faith trying to get the hack, but currently dueling the Tracer. Has the hack onto the health pack. Here comes Serum Scott. Rolls in immediately, gets done by the Brig. Going to try and get something, but gets hit by the anti-nade and gonna have to wait behind for a little bit just to heal up. And now Nightshade really just having to... They need a fast first push on here. They basically, I would say they would need to either have a quick roll through either on the first point or on the second, because they need both these points, and Faith going down that early is not how you want to start off. Already here comes the roll through from 2EZ. They're going to start pushing forward because they know that Faith is not going to be in their backline at any point. Willie SOS7 is going to go down as well, and now Nightshade are struggling on the first point, and they need to get to the second.
Yeah, Willie's been demeched here. It's going to be a little bit before they can even get back into a position. I think they're going to go to spawn, actually. Yeah, they're going to just go ahead and switch, lose all their ultimate charge. I mean, this is just taking so long. One of the disadvantages of playing this Wrecking Ball comp is that sometimes it just takes so long to regroup and do anything, really. You've got so limited options in terms of movement.
Absolutely.
Now Faith
and now
is just... Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Now this is just like, this is the last point. This is probably going to be your last push if you're Nightshade. Maybe you get some stalls. All the ults coming out. The Transcendence comes out, but it's just not enough for Faith as they're going to go down. Bully SO7 is barely alive, going to get taken down by Shrain. And still with ultimates, 2EZ Ethereal is just absolutely holding the line.
Yeah, for sure, and no real ultimates on the side of Nightshade either. They used both of their supports, and nothing really came out of it. I mean, 2EZ didn't even have to commit anything besides the Nano and the Primal. Is anybody even going to be able to touch? Yes, okay, Serum is going to be able to touch the point. You've got so much to work with on the side of
Faith
2EZ
dies!
Here. And Faith dies.
The only
that's
really
not good.
One of the two ults that they have, the other being Serum Scott. Scott cannot die at this point. They need to stay there. They need to touch the point, but Scott is dead. The Wrecking Ball gone. Faith is going to be one of the last people even potentially able to touch. They won't, and 2EZ comes in and rolls through Nightshade on Numbani, evening us up.
Yes, 1-1 in the series now, so we do have a good match on our hands. I'm excited to see. Definitely, Nightshade on that first map, very comfortable with the rush and playing the Wrecking Ball mirror as well. But when you put 2EZ Ethereal on this more, probably a composition that they're more comfortable running with the double bubble, sort of the traditional Winston dive, you see a different side of them. And that's what I say about sort of the difference between map number 1 and map number 2, is that you really, sometimes it just turns into a completely different series. But 2EZ Ethereal now have their first point on the board. We will be going to a quick little 5-minute break. So pop in, just strap in, everybody. This is gonna be a good match, I feel.
They did find Cucumber, but he's gonna lift him.
Oh, Vulcan gets caught right into that, and Speed is gonna be able
Oh,
to follow
no.
up. Talking
You
about
let
jumping
him
over to
do.
the Doofus, talking about playing into the Doofus.
A manos de la bola. Ya son 3 las picks que conseguía el equipo de British Hurricane.
We need your help to decide our Opinion Outpost MVP of the match.
He's got a minute to kind of work some sort of pick against this Doc, and oh my good lord, they just got eviscerated.
Oh! He's not dead! Hey, now he's dead!
Holy cow, I've never seen someone get so aggressive.
Oh, catches their opponent outside of the building, and that is it.
It's Rocket League Wednesday on the High School Esports League home room. I am, as the kids say, vibing right now.
This is just fumes for them, while Pharaoh rips shot after shot after shot of the back of them.
Good wall towards site, but it's already been broken, so they can't even get that spike down trustedly. Camera over towards site, and again, it's getting all that information. Hebot going absolutely massive.
Here in this map number 4 season, up on championship point, being up 2-1. Nifty dropped down to 19 HP. Joker with his M13 in hand is just trying to hold the angles.
Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my
healing that was coming out from them. And then the Ana goes down after that, and it was just quick cleanup. Resignations and Witty Wave really clutching out in the DPS department for SM, and they've got first capture crossing 15%. Ultimate's coming up online already. You're going to have Deadeye, and look, we've got Grab Dragons available from SS.
Oh, and they're gonna waste no time in committing it. The Graviton comes out. But it's not gonna get any.
So excited! Thank you so much, Sidebjorn. Living up to the beautiful strats from Roar Esports. They're gonna go ahead and teleport directly onto the point. so they will be needing them tantamount.
Nothing to try and eat it with, nothing to stave it off, no support ultimates. They've got a shatter, it might just have to be put in to keep the Bastion ult, but they don't care about this Bastion ult. They've got a Baptiste!
Oh man, this is just nutty right now.
This is not something that you want to push in on, but it's going to be the bomb and the charge into Mansion picks up 3! All of the 3 that you want are Reinhardt, both of the supports, and this is the fight done already. Frostrak
Here it comes.
It does pull out the Transcendence, but the anti-mid gets...
Here comes back on the Doomfist, not hacked up by the EMP critically. Starjummer has the Deadeye, no hack this time around. Starjummer gonna clean up the fight, get 3, get the electric cowboy for dancing effect.
This might be the best map for that in all of Overwatch as we see the hook shot and
Bane with the silk thread shot, showing off.
Isn't gonna work well against the Ghost Confer, it's fine to but you're not gonna get through this.
I love watching teams that I haven't seen play before play. It's always thrilling.
Round 1.
It really is. It's wild cards. You know, it's something you don't get to see at the higher levels. You know, everybody's at least been seen usually at lower level matches. So this is always a fun experience.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the broadcast here. We are going to be starting off on map number 3 for this battle between Nightshade and Too Easy Ethereal. They are currently 1-1 going into map number 3, so whoever wins this map is definitely going to be in position to, or one step closer to winning the series. And we do actually have our next map, which is going to be Rialto there. So Rialto, another map that sort of has a number of different compositions that you run, although I do think that if Too Easy Ethereal wants to continue running the double bubble, this is a map that they can definitely continue to run it on. But it is going to be the map pick from Nightshade. So what do you expect to see coming out from Nightshade on this map, K-Wing?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm interested in seeing what Nightshade are going to run, especially since they just had a huge turnaround against them. They had fairly dominant performance on Lijiang, 2-0, pretty much just in the driver's seat the entire time, and then Too Easy comes back and slaps them on Numbani and just absolutely takes it to them. And now just, it's going to be incredibly rough for them as they look to turn this around. They need to keep this going or they're probably going to lose momentum.
Yeah, for sure. It really is. But at this point in the series, it's 1-1. Both teams are pretty comfortably even in terms of just like sort of momentum shifts. I guess you could argue that Too Easy Ethereal has the bigger momentum right now because they just won the last map. But I mean, going into a new map, it's going to be sort of, 1-1. I think, that means the teams are pretty even in terms of advantage right now. So not too much stress on the players, but obviously this is an elimination match for this for the first set of playoff matches. So both of these teams definitely should be feeling the pressure of, can't lose any more maps. Probably not. Definitely don't want to put our opponents at an advantage going into map number 4. But Rialto is going to be where we take our little adventure today. Next, those boat rides, by the way, they always look so fun. Actually, I've never been on a boat, so I don't know what it feels like. So I always look at that and I'm like, I wanna know how that feels. But I've never ridden on a boat before, unfortunately.
Like you've never been on a boat, period, or just like never been on like a gondola?
No, on a boat.
Really?
Never been on a boat, yeah.
Like I've never been on a gondola, but I've like been on a canoe. Like.
I don't even know what's a gondola. I don't even know what that is.
It's the thing it's the kind of boat that's on the river, my guy. Like.
I don't know. I didn't know there was different types of boats. It's kind of crazy. You're feeding me a lot of new information here.
There's different kinds of boats. Okay, so the Symmetra's coming out from Nightshade, I think is an interesting choice. They're probably going to like try to teleport to opposing high ground, which is something I'd kind of expect to see from like a rush comp. But this is a little interesting.
Okay.
As already Milky Way is going to go down, and Chihuahua falls off the side.
So what they tried to do there was they tried to TP both of their supports onto that high ground where there's the little room right there, but unfortunately JCP, whether it's by pure coincidence, which I'm pretty sure it just was, he was just happened to be waiting there, probably just like to try to make a dive of his own, but just happened to be in a position where he could catch up both the supports. Doesn't matter too much, both of them are now back in the fight anyways because of spot advantage, but I just thought it was pretty funny the way that worked out.
Absolutely, and now Sermscott going to go down, and Screen is in the back line, just really taking this good position for defense, and just able to a really big mix-up coming from Nightshade. They're trying to take this high ground through the stairs, not especially something you'd see by Dive, and that just seemed comical with how the Bring got taken out as Nightshade are rolling through, picking up 2 kills as now Nightshade are going to pick up the payload.
Yeah, good rotations from Nightshade being able to, you know, punish the Brig on the high ground there, who was trying to stay close to their team to, you know, get the healing in. Limphon just unfortunately was not able to get to them in time, but they will have a chance to recontest on the infamous bridge here. So many first holds, but looks like Nightshades are winning out, but a massive pulse bomb from Scrain is going to even this out for both teams. Too easy. Ethereal definitely have a chance to come back with this now.
Absolutely, especially when you have the grabs coming in, you have these closer spawns. The reload does move for a second, but it looks like Milky Way going to go down. There's a big anti-nade from Limphon. The Diva Bomb comes out, still going to find pick onto Screen, but it looks like every single one here is too easy. And it looks like Rudy has just caster cursed themselves.
Yeah, I tend to do that a lot. You throw stuff out into the universe. What actually, you know, finished that off right there was Auntie switching over to that Ashe, to the long range hit scan. And if they manage to play this Ashe right, it could be just devastating to Nightshade's offense here, because you're able to hold very far back. But the Visor is not going to let Scrain get away with that right now. Going to be taken out of the fight really early here, and now everybody's kind of in their backline right now.
The grab comes through from Vine, but Vine is actually going to be the first to go down. The rally from Benny comes out, and the rally just immediately gets destroyed as Nightshade rolls through, taking 2 ults from Ethereal with them.
Yeah, I like what they did there, kind of wrapped around that big old house through Mega, and, you know, really avoided most of the long-range pressure that was going to be coming out from Auntie there on the Ashe. So that was another caster curse incident where I say that Auntie could potentially just, you know, provide a lot of pressure, and then, you know, they just avoid it altogether. So I'll just shut up and stop talking, because I think I'm just cursing too easy Ethereal at this point.
Yeah, at least they're complimenting Nightshade now as Vine gets the double kill on both supports. Scryne barely able to make it out with their lives, and there goes Diva off the side.
Yeah, intense pressure there, but on the high ground where, you know, there's not a lot of Nightshade's kind of on the low ground. They're trying to get onto the high ground, but Too Easy is just has the superior sustainability with, you know, the amount of healing that they have. It's going to be really hard for Nightshade to be able to, you know, take them, push them off of the high ground. And a massive anti just means that this is another lost fight for Nightshade. Let's go again.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Too Easy and Ethereal are just really doing well with just finding their win conditions, and they're already almost at 6 ults, and so are Nightshade. I think this next fight's going to be an Ultapalooza. What do you think?
Ultapalooza, Ult Extravaganza, whatever you want to see it as. I mean, actually, they're going to be just pushing Nano Monkey into their spawn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, poor JCP dives into the minefield, gonna get taken down immediately. There comes the Bob. Benji going to face with the whip shot, the bomb will eventually fall, as we're just trying to follow the ult here. Transcendence comes out, crucially Vine still has the graviton, and they're able to use it. I just need to shut up, you know, we just need to not talk. We should just not talk until the fight's completely over. Play-by-play only exists as a role to curse whatever team is winning, as Antiablo is going to fall as the last of that fight.
That's just the match that this is. This is a very back and forth. It's been a very back and forth match. Ooh, just barely misses the sleep. Nice little teleport from Faith there. They're going to be bullying the back line. Rally out from Benji is going to be meaning that his team's going to be really comfortable in terms of just staying alive, though. So I have a feeling. Oh my gosh, I'm going to cast a curse again, though. I can't.
Don't even say it. Don't say it.
We're good, actually. No, we're good. Okay, we almost cast a curse.
Yeah,
If I had said that Too Easy Ethereal were gonna win that fight very comfortably, they would have just like instantly all lost. Like they would, like one of them would have DC'd, another one would have fallen into the river, or something would have happened.
Absolutely. Looking at Vine and Zarya just doing incredibly well. I mean, the damage done, 5,000, 17 limbs, incredible work so far. And looking even further, we have the Nanal onto JCP, just gonna try and charge up that Primal Rage, gonna use it, gonna knock Chihuahua around like a gosh darn doll in the shape of a robot monk, as CP just blocking the Diva away. No contests are coming in when Caesar P is on the job, and 100 meters is all that Too Easy Ethereal needs. They've done a pretty good hold so far.
Yeah, that was a very good hold. I just attribute it to the fact that they were just very aggressive on their defense. They did not really allow Chihuahua to get that much value on the Zinnia, or to get much presence on the high ground, to get comfortable. They were always contesting the backline, always sending in JCP to, whether it was with a nano or a primal. They were just really aggressive, which is definitely what you want to see against a composition that has a very weak, or not weak backline, but I should say very exposed backline, like Nightshade's comp does. But it looks like they will be running it again on defense. I mean, Chihuahua will have the opportunity to set up comfortably, and Milky Way will be able to protect them as well. And it looks like Too Easy Ethereal is going to be very comfortably sticking on this double bubble. I think this definitely seems to be their their bread and butter pick, with JCP on the monkey, if I were to guess. And I think Scrain and Auntie have been doing pretty good jobs in supporting them as well. But now it's going to be up to them to get enough of a good offense into. I mean, they have a clear win example. They have a very clear path to victory here in terms of just completing 1.5 points of progress. Actually, going to be pushing them off the high ground here.
Scream is just dashing through. Are they going to get caught out? It looks like, yeah, DePolo going to actually come out and rush after them, going a little bit too far in, as now Too Easy Ethereal still pushing the payload, but Serum Scott falls down, especially when you have that close response. Scream dying like that isn't as much of a negative as when you're tanks, especially Serum Scott, the main sort of contester, dying that early, and now you're pushed down to this bridge. Absolutely, you can hold there, but it's going to be very, very difficult.
I mean, they're doing the right thing. As soon as your Wrecking Ball goes down, you need to get your supports out of there, because they need to, run away from the Winston at all costs. Stay alive, especially when the card is this close to the end of first points. Oh my god, Willie goes so low once again. Definitely feeling the pressure there, and you have a grab almost coming in. I mean, just the pulse bump on the icing on the cake is gonna mean that they're gonna be able to walk this in. Oh wait, hold on. But Vine's still here in the back line. Just kind of contesting.
Vine does get to pick onto Faith, but the Ana goes down, and that just might be it. Yeah, Screen falls as well. That's it.
Yeah, all right. They tried to come back there a little bit, but the defense was just too strong. Faith, with the massive pulse bomb, actually is going to be able to save them from that offense for just a little bit. But now Easy Ethereal just have a bunch of ultimates necessary, but Nightshade has 2 support ultimates, which are definitely going to be very helpful in them surviving just the onslaught of aggression coming in from Easy Ethereal, I feel.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a matter of whether or not Chihuahua is going to be able to hold this Transcendence for a good moment. Still has it, the minefield going to come out early, and it looks like Willie's 07 going to go down. Not go down, but actually find the first pick. And still now Nightshade building up these ults, just waiting for the engage from Too Easy Ethereal.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. They're almost completely behind them. It's actually kind of hard to keep track of who's on offense and who's on defense at this point. But Chihuahua goes down before they can pop their Transcendence, which is actually massive. But Strain pops the blade, doesn't find any value out of it as he just gets immediately deleted.
Scrain pops the blade and then immediately it just gets popped like a grape as Scrain just uses that right click and takes them down. Like, not Scrain, DePolo uses the right click, takes them down, but still, Too Easy Ethereal pushing through, almost gets the point to the end of the first point. Here comes the Transcendence from Chihuahua buying. Still has the Graviton. You have the Grab Cooldown. The Nano comes in onto J Caesar P. You have this Grab Cooldown combo Banana. J Caesar P, not immortal, has to go back. The Grab catches the Wrecking Ball. The Pulse Stun will take him down. But Scrain goes down. DePolo wins the Soldier 76 1v1. Now coming in, even for both these teams, Stormscott gonna be able to roll out faster. Nightshade has the spawn advantage. The D.Va D-Mech means you don't have as much of the spam negation potential, and you can see it coming through here. Faith and Willies find a pick onto the supports, and that could just be it. The Pulse, the Primal Rage comes in. J Caesar P has to have something going to contest come through, so we will get overtime. Fine. Finds 2. Will it be enough?
What is
Caesar
happening?
P gets melted, and 2 Easy barely able 0.01 meters away, but not enough. Close, but no cigar, as Nightshade holds strong.
Every time I thought that Too Easy Ethereal had it in that last team fight, somebody on Nightshade just came through with a hero play, whether it was Faith, whether it was the Brig, whether it was Chihuahua. Somebody came through with a hero play and managed to, to keep that point alive. Sorry, my costume. Managed to keep that point alive, and I mean, it just worked perfectly. I mean, Too Easy Ethereal was just not able to get any value out of any of the, the advantage in. I mean, part of it was the fact that there was a bit of, team spawn advantage on the side of defense for Nightshade, but also just just being able to not break under pressure and just staying calm and doing what you can do. Nightshade will take second map because of that. Very good job in dealing with sort of the aggressive play style. But I mean, that was insane how long that last team fight went on, and I just thought so many times, okay, Easy Ethereal's gonna win now. Oh, okay, now they're gonna cap point. But then Faith or somebody else would just get a pick or two, and then it just continued on.
Yeah, absolutely. Some incredible clutch plays there, and I think we do have some stats ready for us. It looks like we have Chihuahua, like you said, healing done really well there. But look at those eliminations, 16 eliminations, the assists off the wall, 3.8k damage done per 10, and that's a good Zenyatta.
Yeah, that's actually really good damage. Did die a lot, obviously, because on offense they were having trouble, getting Zenyatta into a point where they can actually, get value on second point, especially. But it doesn't matter when you get a first point like that. But it looks like the next map in our little series here, actually, also, what this means is that it also means that Too Easy is one map loss away from being eliminated from GitGud Season 8. which, you know, gotta feel a little bit of pressure there. Yeah, Volskaya is going to be the next map for Assault. And we will be having a substitute, actually. Serum Scott has been the sub for Nightshade. Now he will be subbed out for a little bit of a Lemon Squeezy. And I just find it ironic that we have a player called Lemon Squeezy going up against a team Too Easy.
Sounds like the start of a limerick. The team with Lemon Squeezy goes up against Too Easy. Now they're 2-0. Now they're 2-1. Let's have some fun. All right, let's go. I'm bad at poetry.
I like that. I like that.
We're trying.
Yeah,
but,
I like that.
Volskaya Industries is definitely an interesting map in terms of, like you said, it's Too Easy's choice, and it could be their last map in GGU Season 8. So they have to pick well, and they're picking off of Assault. They go for Volskaya. What do you think that means for them?
Well, Dive is definitely still an option for Too Easy Ethereal if they want to continue sticking on this Winston portion. There's so much open space out, so if you want to have somebody like Auntie on like more of a long-range hit scan kind of role, like the Ashe that they've kind of been pulling out, you definitely can. Looks like Nightshade is going to continue to run, you know, their Wrecking Ball style. I mean, they're very comfortable running this, as we see. It'll be interesting to see what difference Lemon Squeezy brings to the table. But in terms of Too Easy, I don't know. I want to continue running either double bubble or traditional dive with Diva. It looks like they're going to be sticking with the Zarya on this point. So it's gonna be interesting for sure, especially since now Chihuahua has so much space to kind of work with, but also a lot of different angles to try to see where people are coming from. You can have a Tracer or an Echo, you know, flying at you from like 2 different angles on this map. So it's gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna be interesting to see how Chihuahua, you know, plays with this.
Yeah, absolutely. Already Lemon Squeezy on this Wrecking Ball on a similar position to what we saw the first player on, is now just trying to engage onto something here, as already we see an interesting position. Too Easy just trying to keep their wits about them inside this one position. Both these teams staring opposite the point over on the high ground, both not really wanting to give up that early position. Lemon Squeezy going to take some sticky bombs early, but eventually going to take down Spring. The Polo as well going to take down J. Caesar P, and this is going to be a reset for Too Easy.
Yeah, nice little rotation there to keep their backline away from the Monkey. Definitely #1 priority. Lemon Squeezy also staying alive. He got pretty low there for a little bit, but manages to stay alive and then recontest the Winston as they dive in. So nice try from Too Easy, but unfortunately it won't cut it. And that kind of play there where they make that rotation onto the high ground is actually going to be kind of doing them in, because it means that they're, putting in a lot of time. A lot of time is being wasted because of that. And even more time actually being wasted because Faith just gets the pulse bomb, so wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, absolutely. Too Easy has only had 1 push, and they've used 2 minutes off the clock. That's really rough. Now you have on Diablo with the pulse bomb, but with that and the nano, those are the only ults you're kind of close to. As Nightshade, you have the Tactical Visor, you have the Transcendence. You just have everything that you could really want at this point. And there comes the Tactical Visor. It's going to put so much pressure onto these diving characters. Even if it doesn't show up in the kill feed, that pumps out a lot of damage.
Yeah, for sure. And you pop it really early to kind of catch them by surprise, and it definitely does. And now the rest of the members are kind of holed up in this little room right here. They do have the Zarya for protection and all the healings that they get. Looks like they're managing to hold back Nightshade for now, and they will manage to get their Winston back. And now you have ultimates to try to contest, like the Nano, which you can put onto the monkey and try to finally close that gap that hasn't been closed. But Chihuahua now already has Transcendence. But he uses it really early, actually. I think there's a copy from Too Easy that actually baited it really early. Milky Ways goes down. This is a perfect opportunity for them.
Still, the break is gonna go down. The Zen as well. That's both supports gone to the ults, and now you really can't use any more ults for 2EZ. Otherwise, you may lose a chance to keep the pressure on going into point B. But now Depolo takes down your Tracer. The bomb's coming in from Willie's S7, and what can you do? Well, you can apparently rely on Screen to just top off and get a 3K.
Yeah, Screen definitely putting in the work. They don't have a lot of pressure working against them right now because everybody's kind of running back from spawn. Nice little hold from Too Easy, nice little hold from Nightshade there on defense. But eventually the Nano Monkey is gonna kind of cancel them out. Good work from Screen on that first push to bait out the Transcendence and make it so that Chihuahua was kind of an easy target. And now, Too Easy Ethereal once again coming in. They have the dreaded Graviton Surge. Will they be able to get some value off of it? I think so.
JCZRP dives in with the Nano, just trying to get a little bit more of that ultra. Depolo uses the Tactical Visor, finds no kills off of it, does put the pressure onto Too Easy Ethereal, and now it is just fine. We're just waiting for this Graviton. Will it be big enough to change this way? Will it allow the snowball? That pick on Chihuahua is absolutely huge, and we might even need to use the Graviton at this point. Too Easy Ethereal are incredibly confident, not even using the Graviton. Ontario Antiablo going to get taken down, but it's just Bind doesn't even need to use the Graviton. We were all just looking at the Graviton, and Too Easy Ethereal just doesn't even need it.
Yeah, this is what I said about, Chihuahua has a lot more space to kind of work with now, but they also have a lot more angles in which, attackers could be coming from. And you saw right there, Antiablo kind of in the back line, you have a monkey and a, kind of pouncing on top of you, and a Screen just kind of firing down shots from above with the focusing fire. So it's just a lot for, the back line to kind of, to work with here.
That TV is vibrating.
From Willie or Depolo to try to, stave off of them. You saw Depolo pop the visor really early on to try to, or get something, or, push the attackers back, but they just kited it. Really good stuff from Too Easy.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Too Easy have all the pressure off them for this round. They can absolutely, this point can go the way of Nightshade, and it won't be the end of the world for them. Nightshade has all the pressure right now, because if they don't capture both points, they've lost, and they're now going to a potential map 5 situation where they are also at this elimination point, this tournament point of what could be their last map in the tournament, and we'll have to see if they can live up to the pressure.
Too Easy looking to change compositions here. Actually, they now are running a Wrecking Ball of their own. Lynxpawn is going to be the Zenyatta of their team. It'll be interesting to see how much value they can put out in comparison to Chihuahua, who we've been talking about all season long. Especially looking towards Screen to continue doing some good work on this Echo, but when you're running up against a soldier, it might be a bit more difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Faith is doing a lot of damage. Screen gets to pick on Chihuahua. Screen will go down though, but the pick on Chihuahua is absolutely massive. You lose that Discord orb, and you have these closer spawns. That's absolutely a trade that you're going to want to make. JCCP will fall, but will it be enough to stop to allow Nightshade to keep pushing though? As Chihuahua going down is definitely a really rough situation to have. They will be back eventually, but Depolo just sitting uncontested on this high ground, able to rain down the damage. 6,606.
There we go.
6,700 damage. The damage just racking up live as we're watching, and say already 6,900 damage. Incredibly nice job by Depolo.
Yeah, I mean, DePolo's a problem. You gotta contest him, and with this Transcendence, you might be able to do that. So now they're gonna use that opportunity to pounce onto him. He's so low, but he's able to run away. And now, okay, they have point control back, but I mean, just for how long? DePolo catches screen here. That's the main way that you can contest him.
Absolutely, and going through, there's the pick onto Limphon. Your defense is down. JCZP to the EZ, then you realize how crucial this is in running with the mines, but both their supports go down. Nightshade barely able to get it, 88% in climbing, but Nightshade, will they have enough bombs coming off on the point? Willies finds the pick onto Vine, and that could be huge there. You don't have the Diva for the
Auntie,
member
get on point.
for 2EZ. Auntie gets on point, just barely able to wait there for the cavalry to come back. 3 now on the point, 2v2, 1v1, and the point just barely not going to flip over 99.4%. This is going to be a battle of inches, and it looks like Nightshade is just barely going to win it out.
That's actually crazy. Faith putting, I don't know how many kills they got in that last team fight. It was a lot. You know, their backline goes down, and Faith is just like, don't worry, I got this. And I think he gets like 5 or 6 kills right there in that last team fight. And 2EZ was just, you know, putting in kind of the staggering team fights to teammates to try to, you know, hold it out for just a little bit longer. And now they're kind of staggered out for this last team fight, but the polo goes down. So.
Diablo finds the opening pick, Scream, throws out the duplicate bomb, does not find anything with it. Lemon Squeezy, discorded, charging up the ult, but Chihuahua is the first to fall. Both these DPS are gone, and 2EZ are able to hold. They're going to prevent the snowball, and crucially, that first tick.
Yeah, very nice work. Thankfully, they didn't manage to get staggered out too much. It was the copy from screen that really helped them come back into that last team fight. And now Nightshade have 3 minutes on the clock to try to capture point number B. They're gonna be switching over to the Sombra actually to try to get behind enemy line, maybe build up an EMP if their first couple of attacks don't work out. It'll be interesting. Actually, Scrain is also on the Sombra, so we have a Sombra duel here coming in, and
yeah,
both teams have mines.
That was really cool there. Limphon takes down Chihuahua. It actually gets taken down by the mines, but that wasn't actually the person who was doing a lot of the damage. It was actually on Diablo, who dealt most of the damage, got the Diva to turn around for Chihuahua to deliver that final blow, and for the final blow to come through from the Zen. And there's again 2EZ Ethereal pushing through, ult rotating incredibly. They won that only with the pulse bomb and a rally.
Yeah, very nice, and no rally available on the enemy side means, you know, very comfortable right now. The Polo's just looking for, you know, opportunity to build up an EMP, staying out of the Diva's kind of line of fire. Okay, oh, post bomb? Oh no, actually gets taken down. One of the rare instances that he loses the Tracer duel to Faith. Or to Diablo, I mean.
Absolutely, DePolo takes down the Wrecking Ball, and this is where 2CP is just its most difficult. Diva bombs flying left, right, and center. Binds is gonna actually find 2. This could be the nail in the coffin for Nightshade, as some late staggers as well. Nightshade, they have about 2 more pushes.
Yeah, 2 more pushes, but you're going up against the Transcendence, so even if you build up the EMP right now, I mean, Chihuahua had to use the Transcendence in that last fight to try to help out his teammates, but now they're not going to have it in time for this EMP coming from Screen. That could be crucial. The EMP is just a powerful ultimate. Definitely would have saved it for then, but to use it in a losing team fight is, you know, harsh, very, very harsh.
Absolutely, Screen almost to the EMP. You have 4 ults now. You have 3 ults now. Never mind, the pulse bomb is gone, and Diablo is also dead. So that is definitely going to be very rough for the members of Night of 2EZ Ethereal. The EMP comes out immediately, Transcendence from 2EZ Ethereal, and they're holding strong. Lemon Squeezy goes
Screen
down.
has an
You
EMP.
don't have that point contest. Screen does have the EMP, but will they even need to use it at this point? Chihuahua falls, really going to follow, and JC's repeats is wreaking havoc, and they still have the EMP.
Yeah, they don't even need it at this point. At this point, it's just going to be Nightshade, you know, trying to funnel themselves in, trying to, you know, contest points, and then the EMP is just going to ruin their day. If Nightshade gets this, it's either going to be a whiff from Screen or just some hero plays coming out from either, you know, from either Faith or, you know, somebody, or Chihuahua trying to put the team on their back once again like they've done in the past, but 2 members caught. Faith goes down immediately.
Absolutely, Faith goes down. Lemon Squeezy going to get taken down very, very low. Already, Antiablo has his pulse. I'm gonna throw it in. Going to take down Milky Way, and it's just a day at the shooting range for Antiablo, just having free reign of the place. Transcendence comes up from Chihuahua, but it's just too little, too late. It is a drop in the bucket, and 2EZ tie us up at 2-2. And it is now match point for both these teams. We are going to our map 5.
Too easy, Lemon Squeezy, unfortunately. I mean, if Lemon Squeezy was on Too Easy, that would have been a good line to say to try to look cool and everything, but I mean, Too Easy captures or gets that last round or map number 4. They will secure it, and we are going to be moving to a map number 5. It is the last map for one of these teams today. That's for sure. So gotta have some nerves coming in from both sides. We do have a little Tracer comparison. Faith versus Antiablo on the Tracer stat roll. Bring it up. Antiablo. I mean, I've been saying all series that Faith has been a phenomenal kind of Tracer player in this match, but Antiablo, you know, making some moves on this Tracer in that last map.
Yeah, I mean, any stat that you can really compare besides a little bit of deaths, Antiablo has over Faith. More damage per 10, more limbs, more final blows, and just to top it off, 1% more weapon accuracy, just to really assert dominance there, as Faith just incredibly well on this Tracer, but Antiablo showing them up, it seems, in every single metric. But that's going to be a really interesting duel to see as we go forward. Of course, our map 5 coming up soon. We're going to take a short 5-minute break, and then once we're done, we will be right back for the conclusion of this absolute barn burner. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
They did find Cucumber, but he's going to lift him.
Oh, Vulcan gets caught right into that, and Speed is going to be
Oh,
able to follow
no.
up. Talk
You
about
let
jumping
him
over to the
do.
Doofus, talking about playing into the
A
Doofus.
manos de la bola. Ya son 3 las picks que conseguía el equipo de British Hurricane.
We need your help to decide our opinion outpost MVP of the match.
He's got a minute to kind of work some sort of pick against this Doc, and oh my good lord, they just got eviscerated.
Oh! He's not dead! Wait, now he's dead!
Holy cow, I've never seen someone get so aggressive.
Oh, catches their opponent outside of the building, and that is it.
It's Rocket League Wednesday on the High School Esports League home room. I am, as the kids say, vibing right now.
This is just fumes for them, while Pharaoh rips shot after shot after shot of the back of them.
Good wall towards site, but it's already been broken, so they can't even get that spike down trustedly. Camera over towards site, and again, it's getting all that information. Hebot going absolutely massive.
Here in this map number 4 season, up on championship point, being up 2-1. Nifty dropped down to 19 HP. Joker with his M13 in hand is just trying to hold the angles.
exactly what to do to blow my mind. You're from another planet. I've never felt like this. I don't know how I ever survived without it. I'm starry-eyed. Got me upside down, spinning around you. Wanna taste the clouds, dance with the moon. Take a trip around your body. Boy, I love the way you got me. Starry-eyed, got me starry-eyed. This bed is out of space, just keep painting constant.
Healing that was coming out from them. And then the Ana goes down after that, and it was just quick cleanup. Resignations and Witty Wave really clutching out in the DPS department for SM, and they've got first capture crossing 15%. Ultimate's coming up online already. You're going to have Deadeye, and look, we've got Grab Dragons available for SS.
Oh, and they're gonna waste no time in committing it. The Graviton comes out. It was there, but it's not gonna get any.
So excited. Thank you so much, Cybjorn. Living up to the beautiful strats from Roar Esports. They're gonna go ahead and teleport directly onto the point, so they will be meeting them tantamount.
Nothing to try and eat it with, nothing to stave it off, no support ultimates. They've got a shatter. It might just have to be put in to keep the Bastion ult, but they don't care about this Bastion ult. They've got a Batiste!
Oh man, this is just nutty right now.
This is not something that you want to push in on, but it's going to be the bomb and the charge into Mansion Pixel at 3! All of the 3 that you want, the Reinhardt, both of the supports, and this is the fight done already. Frost
Here it comes.
It does pull out the Transcendence, but the anti-nade gets...
And here comes back on the Doomfist, not hacked up by the EMP critically. Starjummer has the Deadeye, no hack this time around. Starjummer gonna clean up the fight, get 3, get the electric cowboy for dancing effect.
This might be the best map for that in all of Overwatch as we see the whole shot and
Bane with the silk thread shot, show it off.
Isn't gonna work well against the Ghost Confir as fine the but you're not gonna get through this.
I love watching teams that I haven't seen play before play. It's always thrilling.
Round 1.
It really is. It's wild cards. It's something you don't get to see at the higher levels. Everybody's at least been seen usually at lower level matches. So this is always a fun experience.
Oh, and I couldn't figure out what was happening.
But we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to map number 5 of what is sure to be the last map for one of these teams going home. We are in the lower bracket, so unfortunately we will have to say goodbye to one of these teams. They both put on some pretty good performances today, but we will be going on to our last I'm sorry, what am I doing? What am I saying? 2C or no? Control map. There we go. That's what it's called. 2CP, Escort, you got to run down the list. Assault, Rush. Okay, no, it's going to be Control be our final map, and it's going to be Busan.
Yeah, absolutely. You're just pulling out all the
I got to scroll through them all
the vocabulary,
in order to find the one that
all the
I'm actually
vocabulary.
talking about.
It's is it a hyper map? No. Escort? No. Assault? No. Is it a rush map?
It's a push.
double bubble map?
It's a push map.
We're push. We're doing push. Is it a death match? Are we just finishing this off with death match? What are we doing here? But Busan is a very interesting map. Some very different strategies can come out here. You can see the rush composition, the dive composition, the double bubble. You can see a bit of. We saw a lot of our teams doing that before, so I'm interested to see what they run.
Yeah, I mean, Nightshade has been, pulling out the Wrecking Ball compositions for the entire match. I don't really expect them to change really that much unless maybe they want to change something for... Nah, I mean, they've been on Wrecking Ball this entire time. There's just no way that they're going to play anything else. While on the other hand, Too Easy has shown a lot more willingness to play other things besides the Wrecking Ball. They've obviously played the double bubble for the last 3 maps, as well as played Rush on Lijiang. Didn't really work out for them that well. So I expect them to show a little more variety in terms. Maybe we'll see some Rush coming out or some double bubble coming out on Mecha Base or downtown but not on Shrine. I mean, on Shrine, I feel like it's a pretty even Wrecking Ball sort of mirror matchup we have going on there. But we will be starting off on Mecha Base.
Yeah, absolutely. Mecha Base is definitely it's the kind of map that you see Rush come through most often, I'd say. So we'll have to see if Nightshade or 2EZ feel like running the Rush composition. It looks like Nightshade will run a bit of a variant on it. Of course, these teams can swap up until that attack phase starts.
If they come out with this, I'll eat my shoe right now. There's no way Willie's is going to come out on the Reinhardt. Actually, 2EZ might come out with this Sigma, however. I can see that as a possibility. Yeah, Willie switches. But yeah, Sigma Wrecking Ball coming out for 2EZ. Interesting that they're gonna be playing more for poke rather than just like pure dive.
Yeah, we'll have to see if the dive can come through. Diablo just finds that pick on Chihuahua. Just early putting the pressure on, and 2EZ, that's just going to put a hole into their hopes of contesting this point as Nightshade, pardon me, are just going to have no space, no map control, and it'll just be a quick cap for 2EZ off of that early pick.
It's really going to be important for Nightshade to try to lower the distance, and they do actually manage to catch out on Diablo, so that's a lot of pressure down in terms of long range damage. So now you have the opportunity to get in closer to try to contest where Bind really isn't going to be getting that much value in sort of these close range distances. So they do collapse onto them. It was a nice little pick from Diablo to start off that team fight, but unfortunately just wasn't enough. He got picked off soon after that, and that actually looks like Bind is going to be switching to a diva of his own. Probably doesn't feel too comfortable running the Sigma.
Yeah, absolutely. Now going into this next team fight, I'm really looking for that Faith is going to be on the side. They're trying to find these early picks as the pulse bomb gets the stick, gets two. Look at that. That is exactly what you want. Gets the DMAC, going to get 3 already, going to end up with that triple kill. Absolutely winning Nightshade this entire team fight.
If you're 2EZ, you're just happy that it was a team fight that lasted like 2 seconds. So now you have an opportunity to go in once again, build up Bind's ultimates, but unfortunately Nightshade still has a number of their own. They've got the mines available and both support ultimates, so they can survive pretty much anything that 2EZ able to throw at them. Unfortunately, Polo didn't get the memo and decides to just kind of throw his life away.
Oh my gosh, Willies gets 2 picks with the Diva Bomb. These players on Nightshade have been absolutely explosive this map so far. The Minefield going to come in as well. Shrain finds a pick onto Milky Way. This could be the start of a push for 2EZ, especially finding all those picks onto the members of Nightshade. You losing your Brig, who has the rally. Here comes a Tactical Visor. Let's find the damage that it wants to find. Lemon Squeezy goes down. Lemon Squeezy finding all the damage that one could want from a Wrecking Ball. DMAX comes in. DePolo finds that first hit. The Ashe has pressure on them. DePolo finds another, and eventually it looks like they're going to get taken out by the baby Diva post-mortem, but is there going to be even anyone going to be able to touch this point? It is 3% to 1. Someone just barely able to touch in time, but there's the stick. There's the Brig is just gone. Benji's just gone. Is there anything 2EZ Ethereal are able to do? They're gonna throw the Bob on the point, but the Bob is gonna get discorded. Defense Matrix and everything under the sun is gonna get used. Chihuahua goes down, but so does Limfon. Milky Way falls. That's both supports for Nightshade. 2EZ. If they have enough people on the point, they could actually get some contesting in here. The Diva Bomb comes through. You need to have people on this point for 2EZ. If they're going to capture this, they're going to do it by the skin of their teeth. Lemon Squeezy goes down. Willie's goes down. And 2EZ might just be able to barely take this up. DePolo uses...
Oh no! They walked off the point. They walked off the point. K-Wing, they walked off the point.
No.
K-Wing, they walked off the Caster Curse? Caster Curse? Is that a Caster Curse moment? I think she's dying. I think she's dying, guys. That was unfortunate, but I think, honestly, Nightshade played that sort of wrecking ball composition in that round perfectly. You know, even if you lose a member like DePolo, like Chihuahua, you know, another one of your team members, if they make, you know, a good play, will be able to cap it off. Whether it's Willie with a, you know, a Diva Bomb, or it's Faith with a Pulse Bomb, just continually getting Benji. That's just got to be irritating for Benji. And now we see a little bit of a switch here. Both teams are actually going to be opting for the Sigma when we go onto Shrine here. So it didn't work out for Fine last round, but when both teams are playing sort of this more poke style with the Sigma as opposed to the Diva, then we'll see how it works out. But Faith actually goes down to start things off.
Yeah, when you lose Faith, you lose so much of that damage, and now Too Easy are just free to almost get the first pick, get the capture as well, and start to take up the point, as by the time Faith is back, you have this position, you have the aggression that you've taken.
Yeah, for sure, but they will be able to capture that point off of the back of Faith's pick, and now Faith once again just trying to contest while the rest of their team tries to wrap around and engage on this little, you know, this little close corners target here. Vine goes down. That's a great first pick in order to try to, you know, get onto this back line.
Willie's is absolutely rolling through, getting a triple kill onto the members of 2EZ, and a quick recap for Nightshade, 38 seconds, 38%, and it's just going to be, it's just going to be Jay Caesar just trying to stall out for a little bit more, going to get a little bit more percent on the point.
Alright, now Chihuahua has this Transcendence. They've been putting in the work on damage, so they'll be rewarded with a good ultimate in response. They'll be able to, they might have to use it early if Milky Way is going down. And look at this, they've actually kind of wrapped around, and once again wrapped around to put pressure on the backline. I mean, you see from the stat card just how much, you know, values Chihuahua has been getting on this Zenyatta, and not just this map, just all series long.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was just a team wipe. Now look at these ults here. It's a lot of
Ultimates galore for sure, and the way that Nightshade is playing very aggressively, it's gonna be a wonder how they use it. Probably mines to engage, mines and Levitic Flux. Everything in the kitchen sinks once again being thrown into this team fight.
Absolutely, but no picks are coming out of it. Nightshade still have their ults active, but that is it. The rally fades, and Faith goes down. Now 2EZ, Ethereal, they have two ults they're close to. They're close to the Flux, and then close to the rally, and they can use them and just roll through. They know that Nightshade have nothing in terms of ults. DePolo goes down from Limfon. The point is still ticking for Nightshade, but 2EZ, Ethereal, it seems like only a matter of time until they win the point. Willies goes down early. Fine throws in the accretion. Both these supports are alone. Not many people there to peel for them, as Lemon Squeezy is just kind of sitting on top of the drum, just counting on a little bit of tunnel vision from 2EZ. Eventually going to get taken down, but that's almost 99% for Nightshade.
Yeah, and when you said all the ultimates indeed been used, literally all the ultimates were used at the exact same time, and they didn't get any picks. I think because of the Transcendence from Limfon. Once again, they have another one. Both of these Zenyatta's building up their Trances pretty quickly. But it is going to be a graphic Flux from 2EZ to hopefully make a hero play of their own. Or not a hero play, but just, you know, an aggressive play, which it is actually going to be doing, but Transcendence in response.
Limfon goes down. Antiablo is gone as well. Faith finds that pick. Bind goes down, and it is just one after the other. Nightshade going to quickly recapture, and for 2EZ, there's just not a lot they can do. They're going to have to regroup quickly, and even if they can, who's going to be able to touch it? Few seconds left, and
Limfon might have to Transcendence on some points, if anything.
We'll have to see. It's just going to barely be screaming on the point, but Limfon gets taken down. That's something you cannot have. You cannot have your Zen with Transcendence die on the point. Faith goes down. That's good for Too Easy. The tactical visor pop. Ash just trying to avoid their on top. Going to go down to that to the tactical visor. The Devo dives in, and now the overtime wick stays burning. Too Easy finding the picks they need, and the entire narrative has been flipped now as Faith going to go down, and the point flips over to Too Easy, and now it's Nightshade who are in the hot seat.
Banshee getting 2 kills on the Lucio pick as it was sort of a panic pick to try to get back to point, but you know what, they got the value out of it. And now Nightshade is going to be coming in with plenty of ultimates of their own. This is potentially the final fight for Too Easy. They have to hold on here.
I thought they C9. I wasn't going to say anything. There's the pick. Faith gets the pick onto Lymphon. Both these supports are gone. Too Easy. They're falling apart. And just barely 99 to 99 now, but Too Easy, it's a team kill, and there's just nothing left. Benji will try, but they won't be able to get there. And Nightshade going to go through toil and trouble, but going to come out the winners.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody else besides Faith who would be appropriate enough to get this final play of the game. I mean, they've been putting in the work all series on this Tracer role. I've said it time and time again. If I were to give an MVP, it would probably be to either to Faith, for sure. I think they were a big reason of why this team and their Wrecking Ball composition worked so well. Too Easy, they gave them a run for their money, but sort of the first rule in storytelling that they tell is things kind of go in a circle. So Nightshade winning that first control map, and they win the last one as well. We do have a little bit of a stack card just to show you the difference in the Wrecking Balls. Lemon Squeezy coming in obviously to play the Wrecking Ball after Scott was playing it for the first 2 maps, and you know what they showed? I think it was commendable from J, Caesar P. Their Wrecking Ball play, not too shabby whatsoever, but I think Lemon Squeezy and their team just were more comfortable on the composition overall. I think that's why you see such a difference in stats.
Yeah, absolutely. The eliminations tell it all, just in how much Lemon Squeezy really was doing so much and dying so little. 3 deaths compared to JCCP's 7. That is absolutely a massive difference there in deaths and in just in general on the damage, the eliminations, all of them in the favor of Lemon Squeezy. And that is it for this game. An incredible barn burner. But again, that is going to be it for this first game. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have a second game, hopefully not as exciting as this game, because this one absolutely went the distance. And we're going to be back very soon after this short break with our next game. We're going to be going to a completely different division and seeing another playoff game. We'll see you then.
They did find Cucumber, but he's going to lift him.
Oh, Vulcan gets caught right into that, and Speed is going to be
Oh,
able to follow
no.
up. Talking
You
about
let
jumping
him
over to
do.
the Doofus, talking about playing into the Doofus.
A manos de la bola. Ya son 3 las picks que conseguía el equipo de British Hurricane.
We need your help to decide our opinion outpost MVP of the match.
He's got a minute to kind of work some sort of pick against this Doc, and oh my good lord, they just got eviscerated.
Oh! He's not dead! Hey, now he's dead!
Holy cow, I've never seen someone get so aggressive.
Oh, catches their opponent outside of the building, and that is it.
It's Rocket League Wednesday on the High School Esports League home room. I am, as the kids say, vibing right now.
This is just fumes for them, while Pharaoh rips shot after shot after shot of the back of them.
Good wall towards site, but it's already been broken, so they can't even get that spike down trustedly. Camera over towards site, and again, it's getting all that information. Heapbot going absolutely massive.
here in this map number 4 season, up on championship point, being up 2-1. Nifty dropped down to 19 HP. Joker with his M13 in hand is just trying to hold the angles.
Time when you were young and free. So let's go back to the beaches where I always make you laugh, to the forest where we found a hidden path, to the summertime of 2005, when we were still alive, when we were still alive. So let's go back to the beaches where I always make you laugh, to the forest where we found a hidden path, to the summertime of 2005, when we were still alive, when we were still alive. When we were still alive. When we were still alive.
Healing that was coming out from them. And then the Ana goes down after that, and it was just quick cleanup. Resignations and Witty Wave really clutching out in the DPS department for SM, and they've got first capture crossing 15%. Ultimate's coming up online already. You're going to have Deadeye, and look, we've got Grab Dragons available for SS.
Oh, and they're gonna waste no time in committing it. The Graviton comes out. It was there, but it's not gonna get any. So excited. Thank you so much, Sidebjorn. Living up to the beautiful strats from Warrior Esports. They're gonna go ahead and teleport directly onto the point, so they will be meeting them tantamount.
Nothing to try and eat it with, nothing to stave it off, no support ultimates. They've got a shatter. It might just have to be put in to keep the Bastion ult, but they don't care about this Bastion ult. They've got a Batiste!
Oh man, this is just nutty right now.
This is not something that you want to push in on, but it's going to be the bomb and the charge into Mansion Picks at 3! All of the 3 that you want, the Reinhardt, both of the supports, and this is the fight done already. Frost
Here it comes.
It does pull out the Transcendence, but the anti-mid gets...
Here comes back on the Doomfist. Not hacked up by that EMP critically. Starjummer has the Deadeye. No hack this time around. Starjummer gonna clean up the fight. Get 3. Get the Electric Cowboy for dancing effect.
This might be the best map for that in all of Overwatch as we see the hook shot and
With the silk thread shot, show it off.
Isn't gonna work really well against the Ghost Confar. It's fine, but you were playing yeah, but you're not gonna get through this.
I love watching teams that I haven't seen play before play. It's always thrilling.
Round 1.
It really is. It's wild cards. It's something you don't get to see at the higher levels. Everybody's at least been seen usually at lower level matches. So this is always a fun experience.
Hello and welcome back to GitGud EU. We are
okay,
here
when you're muted.
with
Sorry, I gotta say that right now before things go further. Also,
we're muted.
My trick didn't work either because I had a fidget spinner, but it was hidden behind the mic. Hold on, I'll try this again. Can we do a restart? Can we? Let's go ahead and take it from the top, everybody. Let's go ahead and just take it top. All right, go ahead, Kaylee.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to GitGud EU for our second game of the night between the food fight of Salad Leaf versus Milkmaids. Before we went on break, we had 2EZ, Ethereal, and Nightshade face each other in a barn burner of a match, and absolutely something that incredibly close map that came down to that final control map, only going over to Nightshade 2-0 thanks to an unfortunate C9 from the
big old C9
from the wonderful the poor C9 from 2EZ, and now we're looking at Milkmaids versus Salad Leaf, and honestly, what are you expecting from these two teams?
Well, so this match is going to be a little less high stakes because it is actually going to be in the upper bracket. So both of these teams are not in danger of going home this week. This week. But obviously, both of them want to, stay in the upper brackets. This is actually the semifinals for the upper brackets, I believe. Yeah, the semifinals. So if either of these two teams win, they'll be going to the winners finals, and obviously you want to stay in the upper bracket because it's less stressful. So definitely, for sure, this is going to be an interesting match. I have actually casted for Milkmaids in the past, so I know a couple of their players, recognize a few faces, and from what I remember of their last map, they were pretty comfortable with the Wrecking Ball style composition. Also made a couple of, swaps onto like Pharah and Roadhog. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in this map. The first map, I believe, is going to be Lijiang Tower. Once again, tried and true. A lot of variants on this map. You can see a lot of different compositions as well, but I think we're just about ready to go into things. Anything you want to say, K-Wing?
Yeah, I think that Lijiang Tower, we talked about this before we went to when we were talking about Control the first time, is that, like you said, there's a lot of different strategies, and it sets the tone for what these teams are going to want to play. If they're going to try and stick to the rush composition, back with 2EZ, we saw a lot of the Wrecking Ball compositions, the Wrecking Ball Diva, the Wrecking Ball Sigma, etc. And so, just in general, seeing what these teams are going to try and run is going to be really interesting as we roll out, especially on which round of Lijiang we're going to, because that can decide a lot.
Yeah, if it's something like Control Center, it's definitely going to be more styled towards Brawl and Symmetra as well. We are going to be starting off on the tower, however, so I'm expecting to see maybe some Pharah here. Maybe you can still run like Winston Dive and Rush as well, but I think Wrecking Ball is like the for sure preferable, like sort of composition. And Rack is already teasing me with the Roadhog. He pulled it out a couple times in the last series I casted with them, and it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I have to give him a lot of credit for making it work. But you know, Roadhog's definitely one of those heroes that you do really well with on one day, and then the other day you just miss all your hooks and everything goes sideways. But it looks like they're gonna be sticking with this. Salad Loof, on the other hand, is gonna be doing more traditional with the D.Va instead of the Roadhog, and both teams on this Pharah, so always nice to see a Pharmacy battle in the sky, and Mr. Miko decides to go for a little bit of a dive off the cliff.
The Ana actually going to catch the Ana gonna catch the Pharah, and the Pharah gonna catch the Ana in return, but Thomas SP is determined to absolutely just wreck through the members of the Milkmaids as they go down immediately, and Salad Loof gets this first point.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Mr. Miko going down definitely does not help Milkmaids at all in that first fight. I'm not sure if they were booped off or not, but you know, unfortunate all the same. But Rack is going to be finding their way onto the point here. It's going to be very hard for anybody on Salad Loof to even contest Rack. I mean, because he's just this big, chonky target. So it'll be interesting to see how they decide to go with him. But Buckethead goes down. Great first opening pick.
Somehow the point has flipped over to Milkmaid. Of course, all this damage going into the Milkmaids means that Salad Loof is going to be able to take them down, but they're completely even now in terms of percentage. And Tycho is just able to stall out a little bit more, and now Miko as well just able to sit there and just stall out just a little more to get it to 26%. Oak goes down, and that's an interesting sort of strategy.
Thomas P definitely getting the better of this Pharah duel, for sure, being able to take down Quadri and Cross Area very early on in that last team fight. And just look at the ultimates that Salad Loof has garnered now. It's going to be very difficult for them to even try to do anything. But Quadri goes down again to some directs. I mean,
that poor Mercy!
The fact that they just wanted Mercy! Yeah, it was kind of funny. Mercy just trying desperately to float back to spawn, probably. I mean, the fact that they even nano Thomas P in the first place just tells me the confidence that they have in this player to get the directs and find the damage and get those picks.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we have 11 players really close to their ults. We're having them already. Tani actually going to go down early. We're going to have to pop the Valkyrie just to try and keep the healing going for Salad Loof. They are keeping this point on the line, but there's the stick onto Rack. Rack goes down. The beat from Milkmaid not going to do anything for Rack. Here comes the barrage. Quadrant going to answer with one of their own and cap the point for Milkmaids.
Yeah, nice little play onto the point there. Rack is going to feel the pressure on this Roadhog. Not even going to bother using the ultimate, just going to switch immediately to D.Va. They've been blown up this entire series, or this entire map, so I'm not surprised whatsoever. Quadri showing a little bit of their Pharah proficiency as well by getting the kill onto Thomas P and then the barrage for themselves. So definitely, you know, going to be evening up the Pharah battle. Fade goes down, and Mr. Miko pops them off the side.
Yeah.
So that's a great way to start off this fight. Definitely going to be sending them back to spawn. Oh.
Yeah, they're making my job easy. These fights are getting over before they're even begun. There's nothing to play by play.
Yeah, there's nothing to say except, oh, this person died. Okay, go again.
Crossing over the bridge now, definitely very precarious. We are talking about Thomas dropping it on the quadrant, just landing the direct, taking out the pharmacy on their lonesome. Tony gonna go down, but it might just be small potatoes compared to everything that Thomas is doing already. Joy going to go down, disconnected from their Pharah, and Buckethead comes in like a shark, looking hungry for blood, but still Milkmaids have the point, going over to 97-98%. The overtime comes up. Fade and Ty both going to go down, and Milkmaids are pushing in. Not a lot of players left for Salad Loof. Even now, for both these teams, the resurrection comes in still even. Both Mercies get the resurrection. The beat from Tycho comes out, and that is absolutely what you want. You're able to survive so much, but Thomas B takes the pick onto the Lucio, but goes down as well. Quadri uses the barrage, gets 2 kills, and that might just be the wrap for Salad Lynch as Milkmaid is trying to get this Tracer out of their life, and they will take this first round 100-87.
I saw an interesting Pharah duel there on that first round, as you can see from the damage. Quadri was not slacking on the Pharah kills whatsoever. I think Thomas was getting in more directs, getting in more first kills for sure, but when Quadri had the chance to come in with that barrage, definitely on point. On point both figuratively and literally, because he was using them on point and they were on point. I'll stop now. It's interesting to see that Rack still might be going towards this Roadhog, considering how much it just got destroyed that first round. But you know what? I'll reserve judgment. Never mind. They're gonna switch. Tom is actually gonna go on the Symmetra. Not the Symmetra. The Echo this time.
Yeah, the Echo's
will help them,
interesting
choice. Kind of hunt down the Wrecking Ball more, get a bit more damage onto them, and then also maybe potentially deal with the Pharah as well. But normally I feel like Pharah is just kind of better at the moment. But we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, absolutely. And there you go. Proven right, as Quadri just gets that kill immediately. Didn't take down the Mercy as well, and looking for more, has 2 picks, looking for the third, going to draw out that the recall for the Tracer, and just force the entirety of Salad Loose off the point.
Okay, I'm sorry,
Thomas
you muted again for Discord.
That's just wonderful.
It's okay. It happens. Do you have like a button or something? Are you accidentally pressing it?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna remove that keybind from my Discord. We're not
just
muting
throw away
anymore.
the keyboard. Just get rid of it.
I wish I could. It's a laptop. If I throw away the keyboard, I break my laptop.
I think it's worth it. But
all right.
Okay.
Tiny and Joy both going to go down. Milkmaid just absolutely. Milkmaid's just shutting it down. The beat comes in late into the fight, not enough to stay across Zeria. And there you go, the bomb comes in from Shaded Reaper, gonna find Quadri, and the remake kill from Shaded Reaper, putting in work, and that might actually be the turnaround here for Salad Lou.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of ultimates for Milkmaid to come back on. They're gonna actually commit the mines here, which is so interesting, especially because they have to run away right after, but they're going to recontest straight afterwards. Mr. Nico's going to get caught out right here, or not. Adaptive Shield is going to save them for now, and the mines are still on point. Well, Quadri should be able to get in and get a barrage.
Oh, poor Quadri just gets completely taken down by this their own barrage, as now there's the mines on the field, going to take down Mr. Nico, trying to spin to win. The resurrection comes in onto Shaded Reaper, and Salad Leaf holds on.
Yeah, it's crazy. Even though both teams were getting so many picks in that fight, Salad Leaf just barely holds on by the skin of their teeth due to just hero plays from Shade Reaper, both with the remake kill and the Diva Bomb as well.
Mr. Nico goes down, and then you just can't contest now for the Milkmaids. You lose that Wrecking Ball, and you're just gonna have to wait to contest. I'm interested to see what Tycho is doing. They've been sitting on this left side, trying to just bait over Shaded Reaper on the side, trying to get maybe a boot kill or something, but just kind of been sitting on the side. Here comes the Diva Bomb thrown in, just absolutely going to detonate like a firework. The Diva Bomb, the Pulse Bomb gets the pick onto Tycho. Rack moves down as well. Comes SP on the Cassidy, gonna take down Buckethead. And that's another run fight for Salad Loof.
Yeah, very solid indeed. Yeah, I didn't even notice Tycod being on this Lucio until you pointed them out to me. It kind of feels like they're the invisible 6th member. Any Kuroko basketball fans know, maybe like the invisible 6th man. Maybe that's sort of the effect that Tycod's having on this team. Just peppering in damage. Hopefully they're going to build up the beat before then. But the Deadeye comes out from Thomas P. What all of their team is... Oh, okay, no. Actually, Quadri and Kazarian go down.
Yeah, Thomas P on his Cascade has taken down both of those targets he's really supposed to be taking down, and there's Tycoach as well, just absolutely whipping through the members of the Milkmaids and looking like they're about to equalize here. Just have to get rid of those stragglers. The Pharah goes up into the air, but not a wise decision against Thomas as Quadri finds the pick. The Valkyrie comes in. Will there be enough? The Resurrection comes through onto Mr. Miko. Oak is low, has to blink away. Still has the recall, just trying to wait to use it, and Salad still getting these picks, just not getting them fast enough to negate the stall. Here comes the high noon, just trying to zone off the point, get the Milkmaids off it just for this overtime whip to burn down. The Baby Diva goes down, and eventually Salad equalize 1-1 on Lijiang. We're going to the third round. We're going to Night Market.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting to see what these teams decide to run on Night Market, whether they want to switch over to traditional Rush. Doesn't look like it. I think both of these teams really do want to stick onto this Wrecking Ball style. Tycod's going to find a lot of value on the Lucio there if they decide to stick onto it, which I'm sure they will. Lucio definitely going to be a lot more valuable when, you know, you're working with, you know, pits and ledges and things of that nature, while Oak might be coming out in some Metra. Maybe they're going to stick with it. Maybe not. Looks like they will be sticking with it. Or no, actually, no, sorry. Just a Tracer.
Nope,
Tracer swap.
Tracer. Yep, just to get that earlier positioning, but it looks like Milkmaids are just rolling out a little bit faster. You have that Wrecking Ball that allows you to do just that inch faster fade already. It looks like Milkmaids setting up position on the point. That's sort of going to be their strategy. Oh, the Mercy almost gets disconnected. Fade goes incredibly low, gonna get taken down. Tycoach gonna be credited with the kill for it, but there's the opening capture as Oak tries to contest it. Gets immediately hit with a rocket, courtesy of Quadri.
Quadri showing that he can hit some directs as well, all things considered. Okay, not any right now, but eventually they'll hit a connect. But for now, Milkmaids is sitting pretty right here until the pressure comes in from Saddle Leaf right now in the form of the Wrecking Ball. Get chonked down. That allows the Pharah to get in, and now Cross Area goes down.
Cross Area and Quadri both going to go down. The Pulse Bomb going to whip. Now Milkmaids absolutely struggling. They don't have any ult. It would need to be a hero level play from the Milkmaids if they want to get anything, as Thomas SP is going to get all the kills that their hearts could desire. Eventually just going to have that point flip over to Salaloop.
Yeah, Salaloop definitely putting in a lot of pressure in terms of the Pharah. Not a whole lot that Milkmaids can do there, especially with no ultimates. And now Cross Area is gonna get staggered out here. Brutal
Quadri
stagger.
as well.
Such a brutal stagger. It means more time is gonna come off the clock here, and even more ultimate charge for Salad Loof. If they wanted to press all Q all at once, then they would just like, no, don't do that, please. Ultimate recycling is very important. Oh, but the mines actually catch out Thomas.
I think Thomas was trying to do like a boost and then hit the mine while they were doing the self-damage boost and just died. Salad Loof, they're going to lose this fight where they had all 6 ults and didn't use any of them just because they just lost to their Farm Mercy combo early.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy actually. They might have been able to hold that with the right ultimates such as Mines or Diva Bomb, but unfortunately they are going to be sticking with it, and what was once a massive ult bank advantage is now just crumbling to I mean, now Milkmaids has the appropriate amount of ultimates to kind of match them in whatever they can. Another nano onto Thomas, and they will actually catch out Quadri, so that's really good.
Absolutely, Rack goes down thanks to Oak's Pulse Bomb. Oak going to trade their lives for it, but here comes all the ults. Tycho uses the beat. That's a crucial ultimate because it's the only defensive one on the field. once it's gone, it is gone. And Tycoach and Mr. Miko going to find out how brutal it can be. Cross Zera going to nearly get taken down by their Mercy counterpart, but Thomas SP swoops in and takes it from Cross Zera. Enjoy.
Quadri with the barrage needs to be able to find something. Their barrages have been pretty good for most of this series, but Thomas just has their number so far on this particular map. I think both of these mines are going to be coming out very soon as well, but Thomas is the one that presses Q first.
Absolutely. It looks like Quadri's Q might actually be better though in terms of who uses it first. Quadri eventually going to go down, but it might be enough though. The mines coming out from Fade, the counter mines come out from Mr. Miko just to cancel them out, and it looks like Milkmaids get the picks off of some incredible plays by Buckethead.
Yeah, Buckethead putting in the work right there on the Tracer as well, especially with the reduced healing from Salad Loop, and now they're being put once again on the back burner. This is anybody's game, if you ask me. I have no idea how this is going to end up. Buckethead has the opportunity here to make another hero play with the Pulse Bomb as well, since they've been rezzed.
Salad Loop has those two support ults that could be the turnaround. Back gets antied. The Pulse Bomb comes in from Oak and whiffs. The first down is Toddy. Toddy going down is absolutely critical because they don't use the nano. Cross Zero will fall soon after the Pulse Bomb comes out and also whiffs. It looks like Salad Loop might be getting the advantage here, but the Lucio goes off the side, not able to latch onto the wall before they go down. That could be the which you need for Salad Loop as the point starts to flip over. The contests coming in, but it might not be enough. The nano comes in onto Thomas P, and Thomas is going to absolutely try and go wild here. The Toddy goes down again. Rack absolutely finds him. Quadri falls, but I think the resurrection might be there, but Thomas SP is determined. Oh, the beat gets canceled. Thomas SP cancels the beat with that barrage. The area denying Thomas SP is absolutely just taking down the entirety of Milkmaids and Salad Loop off of a hero play from Thomas SP. It's gonna win the map.
Yeah, whether it's hero plays on the Pharaoh or the Cassidy, Thomas P is definitely putting in the work. Milkmaids tries to go after Toddy
this is the play
on both of the on both
of
the
the cancel of the beat, and then comes in and gets 2 more picks, like 3 more picks. Oh my gosh! Look at that. That was a 4K to end that map. That absolutely won Salad Loop the map. 100%. I think that if that didn't happen, if Thomas SP did not cancel that beat from Tycoach, who built up beat incredibly fast, by the way, built that beat up incredibly fast, was at like 50% when we started that last fight, built that beat up, had it canceled, if that beat went off, we could have been singing an absolutely different song. And that's just hero plays from Thomas SP, building that ult incredibly fast and using it to perfection.
Yes, for sure. Especially the fact that Milkmaids was going after Toddy for most of that round. Actually, he gives Thomas P the nano and then immediately dies because both of the Tracer and the Wrecking Ball are going after Toddy at that exact same moments. So if Thomas P didn't pop off at that exact moment, then yeah, I think it probably would have ended up very differently. But I think Thomas P is definitely going to be the hard carry hero or player to watch in this match, especially if Saddle Leaf ends up winning. Actually, we have a bit of a stat line here from Quadri versus Thomas P. And just look at, I mean, I think it's pretty clear who had the better performance here.
10k damage per 10, 31 elims per 10 compared to 17 from Quadri. That is almost double the elims per 10. Final blows 13 to 21. Deaths almost half. Thomas P is absolutely dominant on this Pharah, and if you're Milkmaids, you need to shut down, pick a map that is going to shut down this Pharah, and it looks like they're picking Eichenwald.
I think it's interesting too because the little that we saw of Thomas P on Cassidy as well just shows just watching him play that hero. It shows me that they're just as capable of playing other heroes as well. So it's not just the Pharah they need to worry about as well. But definitely here on Eichenwald, there's still a lot of Pharah potential, especially on point number 1, where you have the pillar for the Pharahs to play around either on attack or defense, especially on defense as well. It's going to be interesting to see how Milkmaids can get around this, especially when Quadri, who's, kind of their carry DPS player, is very comfortable on the Pharah as well. Are they going to try to continue running this Pharah mirror in an attempt to maybe get more value than Thomas does on the Pharah? Or do you want to run a different kind of composition? Probably not, because any composition up against a Pharmacy that's that powerful is definitely going to be non for this world. I would not want to play Rush against Thomas P's Pharah.
Yeah, absolutely. Thomas P's Pharah is going to be the question of the match for the Nerds of the Milkmaids, because if you can shut it down, you have the chance. But if you can't shut it down, and if it just continues to run you over like it did on Lijiang, if Thomas P continues to put up numbers like that, this is going to be a quick map for Salad Louf.
Yeah, to be fair though, map number 1 was very close. I mean, it really was the hero play from Thomas P that secured them that win. It could have been anybody. It was like 99-99, I think, for that last round there. So, like I said, it'll be interesting to see. I don't expect any of these teams to change compositions going into it, but if they do, or actually if they don't, then actually you're probably right. Then, Thomas P is going to give Salad Louf the edge to make this into a 3-0, but if not, it'll be an interesting series is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. And now we're going into Eichenwald, and I'm really interested to see if Salad Louf is going to continue to pull out that Pharah Mercy combo, because it absolutely, for the Milkmaids, they're on the Milkmaids are on the attack, so Salad Louf is going to be showing us their hand right now. They're not going to be able to change it as much as Milkmaids. The Milkmaids can change that.
Listen,
for context,
I've seen
they're not going to run the Pharah Bastion.
The Milkmaids match that I casted was actually kind of crazy. There was some Bastion play involved.
On attack?
Not on. I don't know if this is gonna be happening on attack here. This might be a troll pick, but I kind of hope it is. But if it isn't, I'll be happy as well. But Salad Louf, on the other hand, they're going to be sticking with Thomas P on the Pharah. Not too surprising. They're actually going to be playing Orisa Bunker. So no Wrecking Ball, but Orisa instead to hopefully set up Thomas PT to do even more damage now that they have like a stable CC ability with pull from Orisa. And Quadri once again are going to be trying to match them on the Pharmacy of their own. Oh, okay.
Oh no! How do you do that? How do you do that?
Wreck,
how do you get wrecked?
Roadhog. It's not working, dude. I'm sorry to say. I had a lot of confidence in you going into this, but you need to switch. You can't have that happen to you 2 seconds into a map.
42% for Thomas P off the back of that kill onto the Roadhog, and this is going to be a bit of the disadvantage of the Wrecking Ball combos, that Milkmaids are basically going to be able to just take so much space. Quadri gets a pick onto Oak, so now this Quadri cross Zarya Pharmacy combo is going to be able to rain a little bit more destruction, a bit more free now, but I'm concerned about that healing. You have comparatively Salad Louf, Tani is running the Baptiste versus Tycon's running the Lucio, and Lucio is a really tough sell when you're talking about this solo heals, especially when they're gone now. and it's just the Mercy, and now the Mercy's gone. Quadri's gonna get a pick onto Oak, but it will not be long for this world.
Yeah, nice little hold from Salad Loop. They were definitely on the back burner for most of that. I'm surprised Milkmaids didn't pop more of their ultimates in response to Toddy's window that they kind of threw down in kind of a panic. But Oak coming back just at the right time, enough to put pressure on the backline of Milkmaids, making it so that they're now able to, they were able to come back. And now, very even ultimate bank for both of these teams here. But Bongo available for Salad Loop is definitely going to be very helpful. Unless they can get a pick or two here. No, they're not.
The ults are absolutely coming out for the members of the Milkmaids. Quadri going to be the first to fall, though. The minefield comes out from Mr. Miko. They're using the kitchen sink. The hook comes in on Thompson. Thompson going to eventually go down. Oak finds the pick. So does Toddy. And it looks like Salad Loop might actually have the ability to stay alive unless Rack pops off like they have been. And it looks like off the back of Rack, they're gonna get the attack.
Yeah, I expected Rack to die there. They popped the whole hog just to be able to get into the fight at all. Thankfully, a couple of key hooks manages to turn it around. Thomas P's gonna be looking for those hooks now that they're aware of just how deadly Rack is on this Roadhog. But it's gonna be hard for them to find any value, especially when they have to try to somehow contest people on the high ground here. But Shade Reaper going down is not too bad of a first attempt. And look at Rack is gonna be able to get the flank as well here.
Oh
Nobody
my gosh.
sees him.
That was a tragedy in motion as Mr. Miko rolls through, and just you can't get the entirety of your clip onto your hook target there. Quadri uses the barrage, finds a pick onto Fade, and while Rack was, making mayhem in the backline, Quadri and the Milkmaid were able to get to position. Oak goes and finds that early pick, but still it might not be enough, and Salad Loop and the Milkmaids are pushing through, but it looks like they're just going to have to pull back.
Thomas actually switches over to the Ash here. Very interesting. I guess they just want to make sure that Rack is continually taking damage as they, progress towards this card. And now the card is kind of held right here at the end of second point, so definitely a good time to pull out the long range hit scan. Rack recognizes this, and obviously they switch over to the D.Va because there's just no way that they can get any value any further out of this Roadhog.
Yeah, I think Quadri might also switch Soon too, because you pretty much have everyone on the enemy team trying to shut you down. You have the Cassidy, you have the Ash, you have the D.Va, you have the Baptiste. They're staying with it, but this DPS line is going to get absolutely taken down. It's almost C9 where Quadri actually gets the pick onto Todd SP. The beat comes in from Tycho. Interesting beat coming in early there. The bomb comes off, and there's the D-Mech and the pick out of Tycho.
Oh, there's nowhere you can hide. There's nowhere you can hide.
The farmer's seed. Oh, Cassidy really doing well there. And Rack goes down on this D.Va, and Salad Loop just barely able to survive.
I actually really like that play from Milkmaids there, having Mr. Miko just immediately go to contest points, making sure that everybody turns their heads towards him, and so Quadri is able to get in, but the Deadeye just shuts him down, and I mean, there's nothing you can really do there. You aren't even able to use the barrage, so now you're kind of forced to stick with this far of pick, even if maybe you're not too confident in seeing how it'll work out. But Toddy going down is a good first option there, but still going to be really difficult for Quadri to be able to do anything, especially against this Bongo. But never mind, just go high up to the sky and rain down from above. You're fine.
Yeah, absolutely. The barrage is just going to come in, and that's just it there. Now the Orisa going to go down as well. Fade gone, and it's just the Mercy left. Joy going to go down soon after, and it will be point B for Milkmaids, but they don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my god, they might even get staggered out here. Okay, Quadri does go down to the Thomas P headshot. Look at this, they're still committed to getting a couple of staggered kills, but they might just be staggered out themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. As now the Milkmaids, they're just kind of have to wait. They're just gonna have to wait around this corner for the rest of their team. Oak has the high noon. As Thomas P actually goes down, the Amplification Matrix does support Oak use the high noon popped up. Everyone just sitting behind that cart, waiting for the high noon to end, not going to find anything. The stun comes in from Oak, an incredible flashbang, incredibly well aimed, and that's just unfortunate. Cheated Reaper gets a pick on the match.
That's unfortunate.
That's incredible.
That is
D-Mechs him with the bomb and kills the baby B, kills the pilot with the mech. How incredible.
Yeah, for sure. Now Milkmaids, once again, on the back burner here. Tycod does have this beat in order to engage, maybe protect them from Bob or anything else that's going on here. But Quadri once again goes down. Thomas P has no qualms with ending their lives this quickly. Ending their push this quickly as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, not a lot of ults on either side here. Early Bob comes out. The beat from Tycod aggressively going forward. Now Milkmaids, it is now or never for them. Mr. Miko already goes down to the Bob. And it is just a matter of can they keep this going long enough for the DPS to build up their ult. The pulse bomb comes out, but the stun takes down Buckethead with their own ultimate. Oak uses the high noon, going to turn around the corner, just trying to find anyone. Is anyone going to be able to contest it? Looks like they will. The barrage finds Fade, but Miko goes down as well. Oak is finding Quadri, that's 2. The res comes in for Joy, but Oak is just ripping and tearing through the members of the Milkmaids. The bomb comes in, finds no one. Shaded Reaper finds the Mercy with the remake kill. That is critical. Shaded Reaper finding another with those micro missiles and going to wrap it up for Salad Loop right there. As there you go, round 1 complete, 38 meters into point C.
Score 0-2.
Yes, for sure. I mean, the fact that you stick onto a Wrecking Ball composition on that 3rd point is a bit questionable. It's just so hard to get into it. You saw how difficult it was for Milkmaids to even try to push into that area when you have, you know, a window going down, a bongo, Valkyrie, so that you get double damage, damage boosting, all at the same time. It's just so much. Nobody's able to stay alive. Mr. Miko or Rack or Quadri is not able to get any value. Buckethead whiffs the pulse bomb as well. It's just unfortunate series of events. And now it's going to be their turn on defense. How are they going to shut down Thomas P? That is the question that still needs to be answered, because honestly, I still think they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, Thomas P has absolutely been allowed to reign supreme on whatever they're playing, on the Ashe, on the Pharah. And it just shows that Thomas P is the question that Milkmaids so far have not been able to answer. And if they can't answer it here on this defense, they could go down 2-0.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like Salaloo, for their part, they're going to be sticking with the tried and true Thomas P Pharah as well. Don't need them on the Ashe anymore. They're more than confident in their ability to make magic happen on the Pharah, especially in that Pharmacy kind of dual setting. So now it's just going to be waiting to see. Quadri is getting in a very good amount of poke. It looks like they want to stay away from Thomas. Or actually, no. Go ahead. They'll go ahead and take the duel themselves. But Buckethead goes down.
Buckethead goes down. Oak finds that opening pick, and now you lose one of your hit scans. Already the point almost going to go over to the point. Almost gets one tick for Salaloop. but it might just be, it's gonna be Quadri and Joy going down. The pharmacy is gone, and Thomas P is going to be allowed to just rain down death and destruction from the skies, from the heavens. The Salabooth takes the first point in 5.5 minutes on the clock.
Quadri's probably just shaking his head right now, just wondering how the heck am I supposed to deal with Thomas P if I also have Shade Reaper and Fade both going after me and knocking down me and my Mercy. It's impossible. But actually Crossaria, she decides she wants to take down Thomas P herself. My teammates aren't doing it, so I will instead. And now you got not many ultimates to work with on the side here. You can nano Thomas P once again once they get back into the fight. It seems like that's going to be the game plan going into this.
There it is.
There it is. Oh my god, the sleep!
Gets slept! He's going to absolutely just sit them there and wait. Gonna get antied as well. And that is a really good high value sleep from Crossaria, but it's not going to matter. Thomas SP will find her in the end, and that's just it. Milkmaids are being repulsed by Salabooth. They are already at this end here, forcing this Far Mercy away and staggering them out. If this Mercy goes down, it could be devastating for the members of the Milkmaids. Tag Coach is able to regen. The Echo comes out from Buckethead though.
Yeah, Echo to come out as well, maybe to put some more pressure. That is a great boop.
That's just it. The Mercy's almost gone. There they go. And this card has barely been moving, but still, Salabooth are just rolling through.
Yeah, for sure. They haven't needed to really use any of their ultimates either. Just the nano committed for basically this entire push. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to contest. No, they're not. They're going to decide. Actually, no. Diva will contest through the window. Lines pop down. Oh, it's chaos.
Thomas P dies. Thomas P dies. Does get the D-Mac. There's the Diva Bomb. Everyone comes in and... You hear that?
Nobody was on the point. Well, to be fair, everybody was dead on the point. So it's not that they weren't on the point. It's just that they were dead on the point. Doesn't count. But I mean, yeah, that's a team fight where every ultimate is committed, but just the right combination is found for Salabooth. Is anybody going to be able to contest? Okay, Mr. Miko is there. There is a chance here.
Absolutely, but now you just pretty much have nothing for the Milkmaid, and here comes the nano onto the Cassidy. That's just going to pump up the damage. The anti comes in onto Fade. Buckethead's gone. Whack is D-Max. Whack is taken down, and it's all Thomas SP all day. And Shady Reaper gets D-Max, but it's just small potatoes compared to the DPS of Salabooth and their absolute aggression here. Eventually going to be taken down, but really won't be enough. The adaptive servant comes out and Buckethead copies the Tracer, trying to get these big pulse bombs, but will there be anything there? The minefield going to come out. Mr. Miko going to be the one going down. The pulse bomb does find Joy, but still, Salabooth, it looks like not going to find the box of victory today, but will be very, very close.
Spawn advantage working wonders here, meaning that Milkmaids can stay in this map. Actually going to be moving over to a Reinhardt, which is the appropriate kind of switch to make here on this last point of Eichenwald. It's going to be interesting to see. Actually, Buckethead on the Junkrat as well. In this Rein mirror match, now that Fade has switched over as well, Junkrat is definitely a good pick here to kind of win the shield war here. So I think Milkmaids now have an opportunity here. Thomas P tries to get something with the Deadeye, doesn't find anything, cancels it immediately.
Here comes the Diva Bomb for Shady Reaper. The Nano comes in onto Fade. Fade finding two. The Diva Bomb goes down. The Nano comes in onto the Soldier 76. Quadri going to be able to find Fade. And it looks like just barely Salabooth are still repelled.
Yeah, just barely. Losing Mr. Miko was really, really stressful, like I gotta imagine, but the visor from Quadri manages to do enough damage to the remaining members of Salad Loop. Pulse Bomb is going to be something to work with here, but Fade has his Shatter. That could be crucial here, especially since, I mean, just look at how exposed the support line is. Oh, Sumiko goes down. There's a perfect time to lay down the Shatter.
It's a free Shatter now. There's no shield, no protection for the members of Milkmaid. The Riptide comes in. It gets two. It gets both supports. Will it be enough? All of Salad Loop's sustain is gone. But will they even need it? No, they won't. That'll be the win. And 2-0 now. Milkmaids, they need to start a reverse sweep.
Yeah, they need to start a reverse sweep if they want any chance. What I find most interesting there too is that I don't even really think that Thomas P was exploding or, you know, putting in an insane amount of work on that last portion of the map either, like when he was on the Pharah or anything. I really think it was the fact that Milkmaids were now focusing so much on Thomas P that means that other players that were on Salad Loof, like Oak, like Fade, and like Reaper, they could start to, you know, get value, and, you know, just so much space is being created from the presence of Thomas P alone. So definitely good win for Salad Loof there. We will be going to a short little break at the moment, and going to be going potentially to the final map of today. So we will see you then.
They did find Cucumber, but he's going to lift him.
Oh, Vulcan gets caught right into that, and Speed is going to be
Oh,
able to follow
no.
up. Talk
You
about
let
jumping
him
over to the
do.
Doofus, talking about playing into the Doofus.
A manos de la bola. Ya son 3 las picks que conseguía el equipo de British Hurricane.
We need your help to decide our opinion outpost MVP of the match.
He's got a minute to kind of work some sort of pick against this Doc, and oh my good lord, they just got eviscerated.
Oh! He's not dead! Wait, now he's dead!
Holy cow, I've never seen someone get so aggressive.
Oh, catches their opponent outside of the building, and that is it!
It's Rocket League Wednesday on the High School Esports League home room. I am, as the kids say, vibing right now.
This is just fumes for them, while Pharaoh rips shot after shot after shot of the back of them.
Good wall towards site, but it's already been broken, so they can't even get that spike down trustedly. Camera over towards site, and again, it's getting all that information. Heatbot going absolutely massive!
Here in this map number 4 season, up on championship point, being up 2-1. Nifty dropped down to 19 HP. Joker with his M13 in hand is just trying to hold the angles.
Just one more song, yeah, yeah. love to watch the way you made me into a mess. Hands on my dress, neon red. You were everything I didn't need until you left. Now I'm dancing around my living room. I get drunk on the thought of you and I, when you were mine. See your eyes in every stranger. I replay the way that we were till I'm high. No, it's not right. I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I miss you kissing me like you used to, like only you do. You know the good things are never as good as the bad, and your love is better than anything I've ever had. Oh, I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I know you're gone, and you probably just forgot me, yeah, you're moving on. But I can't let go, 'cause I'm still sleeping with the moments lying with your ghost. Now I'm dancing around my living room. I get drunk on the thought of you and I, and you're not mine. But I miss you missing me like you used to, yeah, like you used to. I miss you kissing me like you used to, like only you do. You know the good things are never as good as the bad, and your love is better than anything I've ever had. Oh, I miss you.
Healing that was coming out from them. And then the Ana goes down after that, and it was just quick cleanup. Resignations and Witty Wave really clutching out in the DPS department for SM, and they've got first capture crossing 15%. Ultimate's coming up online already. You're going to have Deadeye, and look, we've got Grab Dragons available for that test.
Oh, and they're gonna waste no time in committing it. The Graviton comes out. It was there, but it's not gonna get any. Oh, excited. Thank you so much, Sidebjorn. Living up to the beautiful strats from Roar Esports. They're gonna go ahead and teleport directly onto the point, so they will be meeting them tantamount.
Nothing to try and eat it with, nothing to stave it off, no support ultimates. They've got a shatter. It might just have to be put in to keep the Bastion ult, but they don't care about this Bastion ult. They've got a Batiste!
Oh man, this is just nutty right now.
This is not something that you want to push in on, but it's going to be the bomb and the charge into Mansion Picks at 3! All of the 3 that you want, the Reinhardt, both of the supports, and this is the fight done already. Frost Dragon
comes.
It does pull out the Transcendence, but the anti-nade gets.
And here comes back on the Doomfist, not hacked up by the EMP critically. Starjummer has the Deadeye, no hack this time around. Starjummer gonna clean up the fight, get 3, get the electric cowboy for dancing effect.
This might be the best map for that in all of Overwatch, as we see the whole shot and
With the silk thread shot, show it off.
Isn't gonna work really well against the Ghost Confar as fine because but you're not gonna get through this.
I love watching teams that I haven't seen play before play. It's always thrilling.
Round 1.
It really is. It's wild cards. It's something you don't get to see at the higher levels. Everybody's at least been seen usually at lower level matches. So this is always a fun experience.
Jumping in. Hi, how's it
Okay,
going, guys?
and welcome back. We're here with Salad Loof versus Milkmaids. Of course, 2-0 so far for Salad Loof, as an incredible match so far, as Salad Loof have had have had their eye on the sky the entire time with a dominant Pharah performance.
Yeah, Pharah or Ashe or Cassidy, whichever hero that this Thomas P is playing at the moment. I mean, this whole team is kind of shaken to their core, and not just Thomas P, but their performance is also allowing their team members to get in good value on their heroes as well. Oak in particular, I think, is somebody who popped off in that last series on the Tracer role and the Cassidy role as well. And Shade was doing some excellent work on the Diva. So you can't just give all the credit to Thomas P, who is on Salad Loof right now, but definitely for sure he is sort of the key focus. And now Milkmaids are one map away from going down into the not the losers bracket, but the lower bracket, I don't want to call anybody a loser except myself. But I mean, yeah, they're pretty close to getting demoted down there. And the next map is going to be something special. It's going to be Junkertown here. So not a lot of opportunity for Pharah play here for sure, but there's going to be a lot more emphasis on hit scan play. How do you think this is going to shape up, K-Wing?
Yeah, I think that Junkertown, with its long sight lines, is, like you said, it's a sniper's playground. So we're probably not going to see that Far Mercy because they will be absolutely short pickings for a Widowmaker or for an Ashe. But you know what? Strange things have happened here. I don't think it would be that much stranger if we saw some Far Mercy on Junkertown.
There's no way. At least not on first point.
Wait,
if we see it on first point,
maybe?
I will actually eat my shoe. I know I said that last time, but I will actually do it this time. On the side of Saddaloof, no, it doesn't look like they're gonna come out with actually they might switch here. But Wrecking Ball Sigma to start things off.
Dang
okay,
it.
traditional. You wanted to see the you wanted to see the Doom?
No, I wanted to see the shoe eating.
Well, I mean, I didn't say I was gonna eat my shoe if Doomfist came out. I'm okay with
Yeah,
Doomfist.
but I wanted to see the Far come out.
Okay, well,
So
it's
they
not
can eat
happening.
your shoe. I wanted to see that. Dang.
It's just not happening here. But it looks like they will be playing the standard Wrecking Ball composition. Shade Reaper on the Sigma. Milkmaid's going to come out with much the same here. Buckethead on the Hanzo here, maybe to put a bit of pressure on the Sigma shield. And also maybe catch out some of those one-pick potential headshots.
Yeah, absolutely. Quadri goes very low and does not fall yet. Fade also going to go very low, just charging up these ults. Quadri finds Shaded Reaper, but Headcoach also going down. You lose that Discord Orb, and a lot of your damage potential as Fade going to get taken down as well. And now Saladin pulling back.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Rack going to be on sort of the off angle here, trying to catch out some people as they come in from that little cubby in the corner. Not going to be able to find too much. And now Buckethead's super close to this Dragon Strike as well because of the amount of work that he put in, but Quadri has gone
Quadri
down.
goes down. Toddy as well, though, losing that Discord Orb. Again, you lose so much of your damage potential. Like I've been saying this entire time, is Mr. Miko is going to fall as well. Buckethead has the Dragon Strike, the only ult on the field right now, but Oak is climbing towards his Pulse Bomb, has it now, going to throw it out towards the Hanzo. Not going to get the kill, eventually will finish off Buckethead, and now going to get onto the flank, going to absolutely just pump in the damage numbers onto the members of the Milkmaid. Already 50% to the ult. Use that Pulse Bomb not but 15 seconds ago.
Yeah, 60%. I mean, that's just the power of Tracer, right? You get so many pulse bombs. It's just your job to hit them, make sure they land on target. And now Thomas P is going to be coming in with an EMP now, so an excellent position to be in if they don't get spotted out by Buckethead, who's once again back and has killed off Oak in sort of revenge sort of killing, I will say. But now Thomas P very comfortable with his EMP. Oh, Quadri gets caught out again. He just is getting bullied this map.
Ooh, the hack on the... That was a good hack from Thomas P on the Wrecking Ball. And just absolutely going to be able to shut them down. The Sigma uses that E, and that's his fate. They can't really do a lot, and Milkmaids are just going to have to pull back. The EMP is still there, and there's the stagger.
Yeah, they just keep staggering out, unfortunately. They're not able to... I mean, just the aggression coming in from Fade as well to go in and find these kills and kind of create distractions as well as just masterful. They're just not able to push past these two houses right here in fear of just getting caught out here. Quadri's kind of just up ahead, but they will commit the visor here. He's going to kill off
the EMP
Shade Reaper before they can use the Flux.
It gets the EMP from Thomas P is absolutely massive, but the tactical visor might just be bigger. Rat goes down, so does Fade. Hanzo just barely going to stay alive there thanks to Cross Zera. There's the Dragon Strike, not going to find any kills, but Thomas SP caught in this side room. Minefield on one side, and the entirety of Milkmaids on the other. And eventually going to go get taken down. Here comes the Minefield from Fade. Fade still just trying to stall out, using the adaptive shield. Gets alive, going to throw the Sigma's body up into the air with those explosions, but it's just going to be staggers at this point, and eventually going to get taken down.
That EMP was really massive, but unfortunately just Shade Reaper going down right at the beginning there before they could even have... It was an EMP sort of grab flux combo that was attempted there, but the Discord Orb just poked down Shade Reaper before he could even get any value out of it. Now Milkmaids... Actually, no, sorry. Salad Leaf are held back to point number 2. Milkmaids is going to make an adjustment here. We will be seeing Farah here for the side of Milkmaids. Tycod's going to be on the brig as well, maybe to try to, you know, make sure that Tracer, Sombra, and Wrecking Ball don't get too much value off of their dives.
Yeah, absolutely. There comes the Gravitic Flux from the rack. I think it either whiffed or was stunned out. No, I think it might have just been a whiff there, as Mr. Miko going to go down, as well as the Tracer doing accompanying the damage. Going to get taken down by Quadri, switching on Farah. Rack going to get the hack. Thomas P getting the hack onto the Mercy. And now Fade is just going to run everyone over.
Yeah, Fade's doing a lot of good work here, and the fact that they managed to win back that team fight too without committing any ultimates is just something that's kind of par for the course at this point in the match. I mean, it's just what Salad Loop has been doing all series. They feel very comfortable here, not even having to commit any ultimates. And now with this EMP, I mean, what are you gonna do? EMP just to get the Pharmacy out of the sky. He does manage to catch it, but without any picks, wasn't really too much of value. But Tycod does go down before Rally gets online.
Yeah, the break goes down, but you lose your Sombra and your EMP. There goes the Wrecking Ball as well. And now you have the Minefield. The Zen has to use the Transcendence just to keep his teammates alive. Quadri gets stunned out of the air. An impressive accretion from Shade Reaper. But there goes the Dragon Strike. The Gravitic Flux comes in. Quadri's going to get taken down from the sky. And Salad Loop able to keep things alive.
Yeah, Salad Loop, I mean, just the pure power of ultimates, obviously, committing the flux and the mines, as well as making sure that Milkmaids isn't able to get that much progress. Quadri is just having such a difficult time trying to get in here, despite the fact that there's no hit scans on the enemy team. I think that's just because of the power of what Salad Loop is pulling out of their ultimates. It's just immense amounts of value as well. Quadri, however, if there's anything that Quadri can do on the Farah, it is have a good barrage, and barrage is available to them, and Toddy going down is going to mean that even more space for Quadri to work in.
Zen forces out the recall, but Oak will be victorious in the end. The Hanzo will find those Storm Arrows, but Shaded Reaper is on the point, taking the duels, going to get hit by the Gravitic Flux. There's the EMP, it hits Rack. Thomas SP able to keep it going, and Quadri is not going to be able to touch. And Salad Loop puts a stop to Milkmaids, 72 meters into point B, and now there is a win condition for Salad Loop. Just make it past 72 meters of point B, and you move on to Winners Finals.
Yeah, there's a reason I said that Farah wasn't that popular of a pick here on Junkertown, and I think that last point really went to show why that is. What's interesting here is that Salad Loop all series long have been playing alongside Thomas P and just, you know, putting all their resources into them. But for this map, you know, Thomas P goes on to the Sombra, and it's kind of cool to see him in sort of a supporting role and enabling the rest of his team. It's really allowing Shade Reaper and Oak to shine, and Fade as well, to shine on their respective heroes as well. So gotta respect a carry that is you know, willing to go on to sort of the secondary role of the Sombra.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Saladoof on a bit of a jokey comp. You know, they're probably not gonna actually run.
I mean, it's pirate ship. You can run pirate ship on. I mean, it's kind of okay. Well, actually, no, they're not. They're not. They're gonna switch. I was kind of down for it, but you know, they don't want to end it in a cheesy way, I guess.
Yeah, they're not down to do the cheese as we were. We were down for cheese, but already you can see Shaded Reaper. I was too, honestly. I was looking for some dairy goodness.
Maybe some cheddar.
Just to get some cheese.
Got a bit of mozzarella in there.
Some nice American cheese, some Swiss. Just love that. As Shad Reaper, already doing so much work in the Sigma, 50% to ult. That was a huge slam from the Wrecking Ball, 72%. Shad Reaper is just doing so much work on the Sigma, 83%, 86, 87. They're going crazy, 13% to ult, and it's only been a minute.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's mostly just the aggression coming in from Fade and Shade Reaper. This front line is making a name for themselves on this map, but unfortunately they will fall once they get into the little room right here where Quadra just goes to town, just going brr. Soldier goes brr.
He do go burr. He do indeed go burr.
Thomas wasn't able to find any value out of the Widowmaker there because he hadn't yet gained enough space to really put pressure on Quadri, and it's going to be interesting to see how they go about this right now. You see him kind of dancing around that little corner right there as they try to get like a quick little headshot. Nothing yet, but nope, they go down from Mr. Miko. Good awareness from Mr. Miko.
Yeah, here comes the big buck from Shad Reaper. It's an aggressive choice, but it does draw out the Transcendence. That's pretty much all you could want. The Nano comes in onto Quadri, not going to be able to use the tactical visor with it. Tani gonna go down, but now 4 ults to 3.5 for Milkmaids.
Yeah, definitely a lot of ults to work with here, and particularly you have Grav, Flux, and Dragon Strike combo. Not as good as the Zarya ult and Dragon Strike, but still just as deadly if used correctly. But it looks like you might not even need to be able to need that as you just commit with Visor here, and Fade goes down.
Yeah, Quadri does use that ult, but so does Toddy. Tekoji goes down. Oak finds the pick with that pulse bomb. Rack will fall, and it's just it's all Saladoof. The rally comes out late in the fight from Joy, probably just trying to get some late stagger kills, but it looks like there's not really going to be any contest unless this ball can really come in quick, and they will not, and the Junkertown doors will open.
Yeah, you might have wanted to use that rally for the next fight, but you will have a little bit of the armor going into next fight if you're quick enough, which is exactly what they're thinking here, actually. Such a big slam from Fade, too. Gets so many of the members low. Quadra just goes down instantly. An EMP from Thomas could easily cancel things out. No, not yet.
Yeah, Thomas not in position. Thomas actually going to go down, but Tycoach follows as well. That Zen, you lose your Zen and you are not in a good position. Oh, able to recall and fade away. Barely able to survive, getting taken down by those Hyper Spears from the Sigma. And now this card pushing closer and closer towards the end now. 63 meters and climbing. And here comes the Nano onto Quadra. Quadra going to try and use something. Gets hit with the EMP. Gets hit with the Gravitic Flux. Slammed to the ground. And it looks like the members of Saladoof will take it in a quick 3-0. And that'll just be it for them.
Yes, Saladoof showing their stuff. And I gotta say, like I said, I was very impressed with a lot of their members' performance, and I think especially on this last map, Shade Reaper had a game on the Sigma. Sigma is a very hard hero to play, in my opinion. Hard to get a lot of value out of their primary fire, but I think, them putting the team on their back and following up on the aggression that was coming out from Fade and the rest of the members, and Thomas P taking a step back but still putting in the work on the Sombra as well. So definitely a well-earned victory from Salad Loof, and they will be moving on into the upper bracket, while Milkmaid will, unfortunately, if they want to have a chance of competing in the grand finals, they will have to do it from the lower bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. That is going to be it for us now, as Salad Loof quick run through Milkmaids and absolutely showing their dominance going forward, looking for their opponent in winners finals, looking to soon go to grand finals. They are they're one match away from going to grand finals, and they're definitely showing their power there. And impressive job from them. And congratulations. So, Rudy, before we sign off, is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, actually, so we're gonna go ahead and end this game here with solid 3-0 for Salad Loof, and we here at Get Good obviously held in sort of by Elo Hell Esports, and we kind of like to pride ourselves on being like a pretty big community and being an all-inclusive community and stuff like that. So we just wanted to actually give a little bit of a short message here. Unfortunately, today we learned about the loss of a player in Denial Esports, and a beloved a personality of the Spanish Overwatch community. And we just want to say that we here at Get Good and EHE would like to send our sympathy and thoughts towards his family and friends, and our supports towards the Spanish community. We might have some more stuff to say about this later on as well, but for now, we just wanted to go ahead and extend our sympathies as well. And also, we wanted to add on as well a little phrase in Spanish, "Estamos con vosotros," which means "we're with you." So anybody who's hurting there, just know that we're here for you. But I think that'll be it for this broadcast as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Be safe out there.